Oh my God, he started at 8:05. What is going on? What is going on around? Shit, you guys aren't getting any music because Steve, the hoodie list, rugged the last space. And we can't let the crofam just flounder around Twitter all morning. Chris did a goddamn AMA last night, but it wasn't on Twitter. No, sorry. He did that shit on YouTube, where nobody can come up top and talk. No, talkie. Hey, I watched the whole goddamn thing. Thanks, Crolin. Thanks for DMing that to me, Crolin. Uh, my guy, Chris. Not a bead of sweat on that forehead. Did you fucking see that shit, Riddler?
Oh, bro, I did. I had that on
Not a
before.
bead on that bitch.
He was so calm. He was so collected, bro. It's fucking. There was not. That's what I said to it in the last space.
I
Well,
was
he
looking
weren't
at that
sweating.
forehead the whole goddamn time. 4K, baby. I was like, let me see a bead of sweat. Let me see one bead of sweat.
I love it, bro. He was. He was so calm. I'm gonna watch it all later as well. Once I've been in the gym and stuff like that, I'm
I'll
gonna get a
watch
good
it
watch.
again.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
play it in here like I'm Aussie back in fucking November of last year, bro.
Oh, fucking hell.
Run the tape.
Hey, you know what though? It's sick to see that everyone's spirits are still high though, bro. Everyone's energy is still flying. Everyone's still like,
Bro, I'm on that I told you so
yes,
energy today,
bro.
my guy. I was fucking all over. Oh, shit. Now Aussie's
Oh
in here.
God, he has been. Yes, Ozzy.
Run the tapes.
Oh, but yeah, bro, it's sick to see everyone cracking on. Everyone's buying the dips as well because they believe in the project. It's sick, bro. It is. It's belter.
I haven't even checked the charts yet. We'll do it in a second.
7 cents for Crow right now, baby.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
boy.
All that shit I bought at 5.8 yesterday is looking
Yeah, same,
sweet.
bro, same. That's
Sweet.
what I mean. If anything, nice one, Binance. Appreciate the
I
discount.
know, babe. We're starting early.
Oh.
I'm chilling. Sorry. Voodoo, what's up, buddy?
Man, fuck the charts. Chris is the captain of the ship now. Watch out, America. Here he comes. Shout out to Shadow. Shout out to Drift King. The whole weekend, myself and my buddy Bus, we've been just sipping cocktails and buying the dip. And it's like, we're just waiting for 10 Cent Crow again. Maybe by the end of the week. I'm optimistic. I don't give a damn. I'm long on Crow. I'm happy that it got to these levels that I was able to get and double my bag cheap. But at BCC, we're just keeping our head down and keep on building. We made it to the DeFi app, in 2 weeks, officially listed. And we're just
What?
gonna keep
When
pushing.
did that
Yes, sir.
happen?
This morning, actually.
Holy shit, let's go.
That's the
BCC.
alpha. Keep building,
That's,
keep building.
yo, that's exactly what I want to hear today.
Yes,
Unbelievable.
sir. It's Monday.
Congrats,
We're
my
Super,
bro.
ready.
super happy for you guys.
Thanks, bud.
That's well deserved. Huddle, what's up?
So I wasn't able to stay awake and watch the gleaming forehead of Chris.
It's called YouTube, buddy. You can watch it later.
Gleaming
Yeah.
forehead
So
of Chris.
I just woke up. And I was like, I could watch this, or I could jump into space and have somebody else fill me in while I get ready for my morning. So,
These
yeah.
lazy motherfuckers. He doesn't DY his own art, buddy.
Otto, you've done the same as me, bro. It's exactly what I've done. I messaged Steve going, hey, I'm going to start a space in a minute so you can tell me about it. And he went, no, it's all on YouTube. And I went, no, I'm going to start a space so you can tell me about it.
And then you started a space, and he told you about it, didn't he?
I gotta tell
Exactly,
you,
bro. It was
it was
boss.
hard. It was hard this morning, spending an entire 45 minutes watching that on the Twitter app. So I knew there was shit going on, but like you can't do two things at once on Twitter with YouTube. You gotta just watch YouTube. So it's painful, man, but you gotta do it.
I guess he was bored after the AMA and he started following people on Twitter.
Oh,
Okay. So
first of all, Chris Dunn been following me. All right, it's the only thing that made me feel better about Crypto.com blocking me this whole goddamn time. Man. I'm like,
I
at
love
least
that,
Chris likes me.
Here you are, bro. Getting like fucking, yes, Crow to the moon. We're going to be fucking awesome. And then you're still fucking blocked. Oh,
Yeah,
mate.
the worst part about that is that I can't see their tweets, you know? And I think that's really a hindrance here, man. Like, I got to know what they're doing. I got
It's
6
crazy.
accounts.
I don't understand how you can be blocked. It's so I don't understand it. It's
I
crazy.
don't. I was just about to ask. What did he do?
Yeah. Well, especially right now, right? Right now, it's just like ITK was saying, and we've all been saying, like, Alpha is the own your keys, own your crypto guy. So, like, right now, when we're telling people don't lose your money on exchanges, like, poor Alpha's over here getting ghosted by fucking, oh God, the guys who
I
can't
know,
help.
but that was the best part of that video, was hearing Chris talk DeFi. And about how they are the pro DeFi platform. And I always felt that, you know, because I learned DeFi on my own, but through crypto.com. Like,
They just
I
can't
followed the
push it,
breadcrumbs, you know.
right? That's what it is, Alpha. They just can't push you into DeFi,
They
right?
can't push you. They can't
They can
legally
show
push you.
you how to get there, though, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can
So
push you. I can legally push you.
I think they've done a good job then, because I mean, I even the DeFi wallet, I mean, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it definitely taught, like,
Oh, you better watch out. Chris
yeah,
is gonna unfollow you.
that's okay.
He said it's the best product they've put out, the DeFi wallet.
To be honest, I mean, I think in terms of best product they've put out, I think it is. Because it's created a bridge for us to get a better understanding as to what's taking place in the financial world around us.
I'm with you. Zeus, what's up?
But they've been trying to push people to DeFi, right? Because they cut the credit card staking, and then they told us about the validators, and then they moved the Lions over. Like, they've been trying to move people.
Yeah, but it's still just breadcrumbs, right? Like, they're pushing us by taking away the other options and incentive and the other incentives, so that DeFi is the only answer when it comes to higher APRs and just no-brainer self-custody. Like, if you guys don't get it after this week, I don't know what to tell you. Because
What did that guy ITK just say though? He just said himself. He was like, everybody went chasing those high APRs over on FTX, and they left their money in the exchange, and that's what took place, right? So I think Chris is trying to go about that a different way and allow us to find DeFi. I'm sorry, Alpha, I interrupted you.
no, but those were APRs on USD, and that's what we got to really, really be specific about. Is that when they're talking about that, what they're saying is, we never got involved with FTX or Terra Luna UST because the yields were unrealistic. So they avoided it from the get-go, and that's hard for people to understand because they're the only fucking exchange that did. They're the only exchange that didn't list UST, Terra. They're the only exchange that had no exposure to FTX beyond what we held as a hedge, because they hold everything. It was actually, why did I call it painful? It was beautiful to watch that video. It was hard to avoid Twitter the whole time, but everything he said was gold.
It was brilliant, and yesterday, I don't know if you remember, in that 21 million space, which I ended up spending my whole evening co-hosting which wasn't by design, but it was great to have everybody in there chatting away. But
Kumbaya, baby, I was there.
It was awesome, man. And I think that's when, it's our responsibility. This is our family, this is our community. And at times when we need to give people a space, it's the founders and the leaders who have to stand up and create those spaces for people. So I was more than happy to do it. It was awesome. But what was interesting was that one lovely woman, Lila, I think her name is, and she kept on coming back in and kind of, I don't think she was like trying to FUD, but she kept on suggesting that the comms weren't good enough, or there was some sort of lack of transparency from crypto.com.
She's used to very quick responses. I had some DMs from her because I missed
she was
them.
going over everybody, right? She was going over everybody, and I said, look, and it's kind of what ITK said. This is a professional organization, and they're not going to be witch hunted into coming into a flooded space from a bunch of paid promoters who do this pump and dump shit for a living. It's all over their websites and their Twitter.
They've been through this before.
Yeah, the CEO is not about to rock up into this space and be hounded. No, he's going to put measured, concerted, factual, proper managed comms back out to the community. And what happened? What did I say in that space? You're probably Singapore time, either late night last night, early morning UK time. You're going to see something, and lo and behold, a 2-hour long AMA explaining the whole fucking thing. So, props to them. Kudos for managing it like a professional organization.
It's only 45 minutes, y'all. Don't be scared. You can
Oh
watch
yeah,
the
not 2
whole
hours.
thing.
Yeah, 45 minutes. Yeah, not bad. And it's
y'all,
cool. And
y'all,
it's great.
they got different clocks in Scotland.
Yeah. It felt like 2 hours, but it was a lovely listen.
Who's first there? Riddler? What's up?
Yes, no. Well, I was just going to quickly say I'm on my way out, but would you mind, Alpha, if I just shill something for 2 seconds? Would you mind? I didn't want to just kind of come up and
Nah, go for it.
do
What
it.
do you, here, I'll set
What?
the clock. I'll set the timer.
Yeah.
Literally two. You ready? 2 seconds.
Fucking shill your boots, mate. Shill your boots.
Yes, guys. Well, basically, Black Label goes live at 6 p.m. today, which is a clothing brand that takes Crypto.com payments because, massive supporters of the crofam and all that. But we're going to be having Troopers merch on there, Lost Toys merch on there coming soon, and Crosmonaut merch. And I just thought I'd mention it because obviously we've got Troopers in there now. I was going to do a space at 5 p.m. to kind of lean up to just to chill, really, and lead up to the 6 p.m. launch. But, Troops, would you mind if I just jump in your space at 5 p.m. if your space is still running?
Yeah, well, actually, it's perfect because the space that we do with the community project is 4 till 5. It's recorded and we keep it pretty much to an hour. So yeah, then we can just jump into yours at 6. But I mean, come in early and join. I'm traveling today up north to take my kid up to school, so it's probably going to work out perfect timing. I think 4 o'clock. But yeah, man, it's awesome and can't wait for the site to launch. I've got a beautiful box of Troopers merch which landed on my doorstep last week.
Yes.
For all the troop loot prizes that I'm about to send out, and it's the usual high quality Black Label merch. So can't wait for the launch. And yeah, man, come along at 4, and then we can kind of just merge into 5 if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, man, that sounds belter. Brilliant to me. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for listening then. And yeah, up the fucking crofam. We ain't going fucking nowhere. You little mad
You guys,
cunts.
honestly,
You can fuck off.
I love you fuckers, but you got to hit us with some Eastern Standard Time because my head is fucking upside down right now.
So basically, 4 hours from now, bro.
Okay.
3 hours and 45 minutes from now. It's the best I can do,
that's
Alpha.
Noon. That's noon Eastern.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah, the
Go
Troopers
on.
space is usually 11 a.m. Eastern.
All right, let's take a quick vote from the speakers here. Jimmy wants to come up, and it's Monday. You guys got energy for Jimmy? Thumbs up, he lives. Thumbs
Let's
down,
do
he
it.
dies. All right. Bottle, what's up?
100% thumbs down.
I did want to ask real quick. What was like I like the speaker box we have, and I wanted to know out of the people up here so far.
I gotta come in
What
here and
did you
ask Zeus a
feel
question for he's from the
was-
Shut the
Cosmos
fuck up,
space.
Jimmy.
Man, every single time I come up here, Alpha, you say the same thing.
I know because every time
That's because
come up
you
here,
don't know how to
start
shut up.
talking right off the rip. So,
But I haven't been talking a lot.
I don't know.
So
Zeus,
Zeus,
you
can I ask
love
you a
that
question?
shit.
The Cosmos 2.0 referendum got rejected. What are your thoughts on that?
A lot of people felt like Cosmos 2.0 was gonna destroy.
No
the
offense,
community.
Alpha. I didn't ask you. I asked Zeus. He's verified.
Zeus, because what? He has the symbol in
Yes,
his name.
he's verified.
Like
You're not.
bro, you are
Boot this
racist.
motherfucker. Let's have a
Right?
proper conversation.
Jimmy,
How are you
Jimmy,
gonna judge him like that, dude?
I didn't even know, Jimmy. I just woke up. I just made it to work. I haven't even had coffee.
Well, it got rejected. How do you feel about it? Now I'm telling you.
Well, what do you want me to do? Like, if it got rejected, it got rejected.
Please make me a co-host.
You don't feel
please.
bad? You don't feel good?
Leave him alone, Jimmy. I got my finger on the button, and
What
Troops
button? The
is
nuclear
just-
button?
He's throwing me fucking emojis right up. He's gone. He's gone. Voodoo, what's up?
Hold on. Wait, I didn't get to ask because I got rudely interrupted by Jimmy. So
Oh, my bad.
I did want to ask the people up here, what was your greatest takeaway from Zeus's AMA? Like, I'm sorry, from Chris's AMA. What was your greatest takeaway from Chris's AMA?
I'll go first on that. Just look at the guy, okay? Just fucking look at Chris, right? This guy is not out partying at night. He's never sniffed a line of cocaine. He's never got a hooker. He's never going to get a hooker. He's never going to do anything irresponsible with anyone's money. He's too much of a fucking accountant. Like I have a guy in my office, we call him Leonard. His name isn't Leonard. He's exactly like Chris, right? He just does the fucking right thing all the time. Just straight down the middle, fucking turns up at 9 o'clock, punches out at 5 o'clock, does his business and goes home. That's the type of guy I would trust with my money. So, you know, that was my biggest takeaway. It was the first thing I thought. I thought, Jesus Christ, this
I'm with you,
motherfucker
bro.
is
I'm with
so
you. I
boring.
think he looks
He's
so
just
good.
boring
He
to
looks
death.
he looks like Carl the Moon is supposed to look. That's what I think. Like if Carl grew up and like, you know, ate right and de-stressed his life.
Like you trust Chris doing your taxes, right?
Oh fuck yeah. And he's just cool as a
Absolutely,
cucumber.
100%. 100%. This is the type of guy who would do your taxes and get it right, and you wouldn't question it. So what the hell are we questioning everything else for?
I mean, we've really just been responding to the fire hose of bullshit that came out over the weekend. I mean, it's been like goddamn Fruit Ninja, and I've never even played Fruit Ninja. That's what it feels like. Voodoo, what's up?
I agree with ITK on this one. The only powder Chris is seeing is that dry powder on his forehead. That's it. That's all. Period. Right?
Oh,
Uh,
now you're saying he had baby powder up there. That's a conspiracy.
super dry. That thing was dry. Not
Super
an
dry.
ounce. Not a drip in sight. Right? And you know the one thing that we're not to go off topic, but the one thing we're not talking about is the $570 million that Binance got hacked out last month. Excuse me, last month.
I'm
Half
still
a
talking about it.
billion dollars.
Let
Half a
let's not let's
billion
let's not
dollars.
throw let's not throw, you know, like, let's be better than them, right? Okay,
I
you
hear
beat
you. I
someone
hear
by
you.
being
You're
better than them.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But I could see why the intense level of FUD was going on. This is a great distraction from the faults of other exchanges.
Yeah, and I like that. I like that don't stoop to their level shit because Chris really has kept that same energy since I came around 2 years ago. Like doesn't pop on Twitter, doesn't respond to the FUD. And I feel so much better today than yesterday. What do you think, Zeus?
Oh, Troops was first.
That's all good, Zeus.
Hey, troopers.
On you go, Zeus. It's all good. Well, no, I was just going to, Mr. Huddle's question, yeah, I was just going to go after ITK, but I think I was going to say pretty much the same thing. You know, there was two things. I mentioned it a lot already. It was the measured response was one thing, how to handle FUD and what his thoughts on that was the other thing. And yeah, he reminded me, I work for an organization that was built in Belfast 30 years ago from a guy who came out of university and was a senior software engineer. And he's now the CEO of the company 35 years later, and he's been with the company his whole life, and it's now a 3,500 strong international organization. And every time he speaks, it's measured, controlled, managed, and it builds confidence, trust, and transparency. And everything that I love about my CEO, I saw in Chris when he was talking, and everybody should take a lot of strength from that for sure.
And we're not fanboys or girls in here. Like we've never put Chris on a pedestal, and we've never said that crypto.com is infallible. I'm
Absolutely
I'm
not, yeah.
I'm blocked for a reason. We don't know what it is, but like I mean,
Yeah.
we're here to tell everybody the truth. And the truth is that crypto.com is solid. We said it last week and we meant it, and it's good to know that we were telling the truth cuz even with the transparency that we've been given, it's hard to feel like there's not a curveball around the corner these days. So
Yeah, everybody probably had that. Even those of us who were right out here,
everybody,
putting our bodies on the line and saying like, no, we think this is going to be okay. You know, any minute there could have been something, and there still could. We're not definitely out the weeds, but you know, it seems like it's good. And I really loved also what ITK. Sorry, I'm not fanboying on you either, but like with the World Cup stuff, you know, you talked about like the 14, 15-year-olds when they come to invest in crypto, they're going to see that brand. Where are they going to put their money? The same way 20 years ago when all like soccer was sponsored by Nike or by Adidas with Predator boots. What was the first pair of boots they all bought? It was Predator boots. And it's the same thing, you know, they're putting their money for the future generations.
Yeah, I think he did good. He gave confidence back to the holders, but at the same time, we gotta keep him accountable, right? Because it was just words. In 3-4 weeks, we gotta start asking for the receipts, right? You know,
Receipts for what?
well, the audit, right? He said 3 to 4 weeks for the audit. So
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
so like with every proof of reserve, and this is what a lot of people are forgetting, there's a proof of liability as well to go with it. So it's, they've produced half the equation. They've kind of said like, look, these are the assets on our balance sheet, but they haven't shown the other side of that equation. Well, this is what we actually owe to users, because it's their crypto that they've shown. So like once they come out with the other side of that equation, I'm sure it'll be there or thereabouts, within 99.99. But someone will start cribbing over the 0.001. Someone's always gonna.
Well, one of the things I picked up from the AMA was that he seemed a little happy, a little excited, and I couldn't put my finger on it. And then he started talking about the increased volume and increased trading fees over the past few days with all the FUD. And then it hit me. Yeah, they've been raking it in, dude, all weekend.
Yeah,
All
yeah. It
weekend.
was DeFi Dave said that on the space yesterday, right? That was the funny thing. Like all this FUD, Crypto.com are rubbing their hands like, fuck yeah, keep paying us them fees. But if it all can come back to us in some way, then we can't complain, I guess.
But like Crypto.com have tried like a lot of different avenues towards creating recurring revenue for their business. Like 90% of them haven't worked, but the main thing is they're an exchange. Like they're an onboarding vehicle. So you bring in your fiat, you exchange it for a crypto, and they make money. And that's where 90% of their business is. It's probably where 90% of their business will always be. But look, they're trying to and it's the right thing to do in a bear market like this. You create all these different little avenues, and you see during a bull market which ones start to pick up and which ones start to create you new revenue. But you keep your core strong at all fucking times. Like you can't let that shit slip. And I mean, they've done it impeccably as far as I can see, but Zeus is absolutely right. There's another side to that equation that hasn't yet been produced, and I'm sure I've no doubt. I mean, Chris is he's just too boring to do anything dishonest. So I'm sure it'll all be okay, and that it'll all be the proof of liability will match the proof of reserve.
I love it. I love how fucking boring he is. Crypto.com pay is the 10% that they're really looking to ramp up in terms of revenue. And I think it's going to be huge, man, especially as the rest of these exchanges just fall by the wayside. And Crypto.com continues to be the first thing that you see when you search crypto on Google. When people start holding it and they want to start spending it, Crypto.com is way ahead of the game when it comes to partnerships in global retail. And when people can spend that crypto anywhere and they take their 50 basis points off of that, like a credit card company, I mean, now we're talking another huge revenue stream. I picked that up out of the AMA. Huddle, what's up?
I did want to ask. I didn't want to get us off the topic of like what Chris did yesterday and how he's shaped this and done well. But I remember in that space that we've all been talking about that they kept on saying that they had proof that something went amiss, right? Something happened that they had receipts for. Now the receipts were never shown. It's a recorded space. CZ took part in it. At what point do you think Chris could turn around and really have a conversation with the community, the whole crypto community, as like, hey, when are we going to get past this? Because I think, like I said, I didn't get to watch the AMA, but I think that's definitely something he should address. Is like, I think that would.
I don't know what you're talking about though.
I think you're talking about the transaction to Gate.io. Is that it, Huddle?
Oh, he
No,
did talk about that.
No, because that was the simple one. That was the easy one where they were like,
and can I just touch on that one for the listeners, because that was a hell of a curveball for those fuckers to bring up this week. That was a transfer that happened almost a month ago between Crypto.com and their own financial institution account with Gate.io. So that's their account. That's not. They didn't send it to Gate. They sent it to themselves. And
correct.
The reason it didn't come back in one chunk is because it was huge and it was beyond their daily withdrawal limits over there.
Well, no, and it was going to mess up their pool, right? The Gates, the other exchange pool, right?
Yeah,
because if you suck up all the liquidity at once, all the ETH,
these are major moves. These are huge amounts of liquidity, and it affects the entire market. We've noticed
Alpha
that.
Sus, Troops,
So
Mr. Huddle, Voodoo. Good morning. Yeah,
What's up,
it seemed like So I feel like at the beginning he was definitely putting out the information to look out for people's best interest, but he kind of got caught up into putting out whatever people were feeding him. Like it's like, hey, breaking news, and he, obviously he started now what's the biggest Twitter space ever, and the dude was not double checking the information.
Well,
So
no,
to
he
look back
was.
at something,
If you were in the space, he was double checking his information. He had other people checking it for him as well. It's just the issue was that the people who were checking it weren't exactly the most reliable. But I was talking about
what space are we talking about?
So I'm talking about
Mario's
brought out his own receipts and said
Jesus.
like, look, you're off. Your analysts are off about things, and he admitted he had to delete tweets. So again, I feel like the intentions were there at the beginning.
Bro, he kept writing
he kind of
back,
got a little
pretending
bit
like he was a staff member. Like, oh, this isn't Mario, this is Ray, Mario's assistant. And I'm like, fuck off, bro. I was up here yesterday.
He changed his voice. He was like, oh, this isn't Mario, this is Ray.
Yeah, he started typing different.
Hey, Huddle, did you look at his website, the link in his bio, until people started pushing it? People started pointing it out, and then he took down the website. He has a company that pushes tokens. Like, he promotes tokens and stuff. Like, he pump and dumps tokens.
Yeah.
So, like, how reliable is that person? Like, like the information that you get from him, well, how can we even...
Do people realize they're playing with fire?
Well, that's what I'm trying to get at, and that's realistically where I was trying to go with this, Alpha, was this guy was in a space. It wasn't the 400 or whatever it was of the ETH going to Gate.io. That's not what I was talking about. There was something else that they were talking about.
It was $1 billion, Huddle. It was $1 billion, but CDC uses it to buy the tokens on another exchange.
Right.
So like when purchases come in, they send that USDC, buy the tokens on another exchange, and then bring them back.
They call it a hedge.
That's all
right?
it was. They sent that money, but they put it back.
You got to think about what Crypto.com is actually doing, right?
I understand what that one was.
They go and they buy it for you, but they don't have it sitting there, so they got to buy it where the token is, and a lot of times they hedge it by going where the volume is and purchasing large amounts.
And that's how they keep your 1-to-1 reserve, right, Alpha?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. So what I was getting at was Mario had something that he said would put us in the same position as FTX. If you guys go back and you listen to his space, you'll hear him talk about it. And then about 3 or 4 times they say, I have the proof, I have the proof, I have the receipts. And then the receipts are never shown. They're never brought up.
I heard him a couple of times saying like, oh, I don't know if I can say this. Oh, I don't know. Oh, can I say this can I say this anonymously? And then again, nothing.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. It's like they were putting out certain things that were gonna blast Crypto.com supposedly, and CZ took part in these, and then nothing came of it. At what point is it a defamatory statement? At what point can you start pushing against it? And that's what I mean. Like if Chris came forward and said, "Hey guys, I'm gonna make a wide statement to all of crypto," and that's what Not that he has to, but I personally would like to see that. Like, hey guys, like us as leaders, we should be here.
I honestly don't think he will or needs to, because that's kind of getting involved in the guerrilla marketing tactics that CZ and Binance are trying to pull him into, and he doesn't fucking need to. He's got a massive World Cup sponsorship with the most eyes in the world. He doesn't need to get involved in a Twitter tit for tat
No,
with
I don't mean in
financial
Twitter.
kind of thing.
I
No,
don't
but
mean in Twitter.
I understand that he might do a little part of the statement, maybe in his AMA he could touch on it, but honestly, I'm not sure he needs to make a. I think the more engagement he gives it, the more air it gives it to breathe. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
I
like
understand. I know what you're saying.
CZ is playing schoolyard bullshit, right? This
Yep.
is some yard play. I don't know what y'all call it, but like Chris is obviously in uni, right? Troops, isn't that what you call it?
Yeah, exactly.
He's in uni, bro.
CZ's in kindergarten, and
You don't
Chris
have
is in
time
uni.
for this shit. What's
Yeah,
up, ITK?
exactly.
You went to uni, didn't you, ITK?
I went to, yeah, I spent about fucking 8 years there, man. Yeah. Van Wilder. Like, I can't remember your man's name that was holding that space. What's his name again?
Mario.
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 Right. Well,
There's a beautiful
Mario.
head top.
Mario is a guy, right, who is incapable of analyzing a blockchain. Okay, so if you're gonna fucking listen to anybody about crypto, sorry for cursing if Nat's there, don't listen to a guy who can't analyze a fucking blockchain. Right? Simple as that. He had 3 analysts check over some transactions. He called them analysts. He specifically used the word analyst, right? So it went through 3 people's hands, right? They all didn't spot their mistake. And then it went into his hands, and he didn't spot the mistake. What kind of an idiot would let that
Imagine
happen?
if I called you guys analysts.
Like,
Oh,
it's
Jesus. Could you imagine?
unbelievable.
I mean, I called them blockchain detectives, which they
Here's
are.
my analyst troopers. Oh my god, I'd be out
But
in
man, if
space
I
pretty
called you
quickly.
guys analysts, that would be hilarious.
It's like you can figure these guys out within 5 minutes of listening to them, the level of knowledge they have about the technology. Maybe they're good at trading or something. That doesn't mean you know anything about cryptocurrency.
They're good at fake. They're good at fake marketing, and that's Zeus
Yeah.
called out a tweet, and I've posted it up top. If you read through that thread, it calls out these guys, and it goes back to you were there, ITK, and a bunch of other people, and we chatted about it in the space yesterday. These old school ETH pump and dump management companies. That's where all these guys come from. It's all bought and paid for followers, bought and paid for marketing. It's a rinse and repeat system, and they're just doing it now on a bigger scale. And I think somebody said it in this space or Steve's earlier. Once the rolling stone starts, it starts to gather moss, gather speed, and Twitter is an amplifier of positive and negative, and it just becomes unstoppable at that point. And we've just got to stay grounded and keep talking the truths and pointing to the right information, and eventually that shit will burn itself out, I hope.
Yeah, man, they buy the listeners too. It's crazy. I've seen the I can show you. You've probably seen them yourself. They offer 50, 100, 1,000, or 5,000 listeners for 10, 20, 30 minutes or an hour. You can buy this shit.
Man, how much? I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna turn myself into an international superstar.
No shit. You can get 1,000 fake listeners for a half hour for $50, I think, which is that's an investment.
That's not bad, man. That's not
Dude,
bad.
me
Or
and
that
Alpha
might be-
talked about it though. If you hit the guy right, you probably get the first one free, and you could probably flake him on the second and find somebody else. So realistically, you could probably get like 3 of these at a good rate.
No, I love this community because I've actually floated it to a couple of people in the inner circle here, and they're like, "Are you out of your mind?" Because I just said, like, bro, if we could get it just for a second, just do a half hour, get the numbers up, and then you let it be organic. But
Just
bro.
keep it organic. Keep it
Yep.
organic. And I was actually going to call out, not anybody specifically, but I was going to mention a little thing earlier before this one. Just a little reminder to all these people who are super strong on CDC and Kronos and some of our big, I hate the term, but I'm going to say it, influencers. Just be careful, everybody. Like, check yourself. If you've been buying your followers, if you're getting involved in this stuff, if you're paying for services to help promote your shit, then just make sure you're letting people know about it, because it makes you sort of implicit and in the same boat as some of these other guys. Maybe not at the same level, but you're still you're selling yourself or your brand as something that really is kind of false advertising, right? So we need to keep it real all the time.
Yeah,
Keep each other accountable and
it's not
responsible.
too late for them either.
I'll tell you what, troops. If you ever come across me with a space with 2,000 people in it listening to one of my rants, right? It's 100% paid for. There's no way anyone would ever be there organically.
I see what you're saying, Trip, and you can tell by the engagement, right? You can see at the post, and they have like 5, 10 likes, but they have like 20, 30,000 followers.
Yeah, when we used to do the anti-rug discords over in Ethereum, and we were used to call people out, and we had like a 10-point checklist of how to spot rugged projects and whatnot. And the first 2 points on it were, Twitter followers versus engagement. It's the typical old school thing of quality over quantity. And yeah, just look at the engagements, and even your guys like Mario and some of these big followers putting out tweets with apparently like 100,000 followers and getting 3 engagements, 3 reactions. Like that says all. That's bullshit.
Real quick, just to piggyback off that, I remember when I came into one of the spaces, and I think it was Alpha, so it was recorded. I was talking about Crofam, and I was talking about Greg, and how he came into crofam, and he was all of a sudden throwing up his crow skulls, his meerkats, and his boomers, and he had like 50,000 followers, and all of them were bots, and Crofam was going to change people's lives, and that's the influencer that they chose to pay in order for him to pay for his botted subscription in order to convince Crofam that it was a good investment. So you see that on Crofam too. Don't be naive. Maybe not as much right now during this bear market, but we did see it here.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, can we take a moment and just give a special shout out to everybody that bought Crow yesterday under 6 cents? God damn. Y'all don't need me to tell you did a good job because you are loving yourself already, but we did the right thing. We didn't save Crow. Crow didn't need saving, but they saved us some money. Hey, boy. Crow Swap might take the cake for the biggest buy.
I'll be back, Alpha. I'm gonna jump into ZZ's. He just started a AMA on Twitter. I'm gonna go see what he's saying and be back.
Who did? Not ZZ.
ZZ. Yeah, he just started it right now.
Oh my god. Okay.
I just want to get some info. I'll bring it back.
No, not this isn't you. I'm saying he just can't stay off Twitter, man. The guy's like, it's like you're in Bali on the beach. Have a fucking good time. You ding dong.
There's no way. Chris is already. That's how you know Chris has already won.
Living in his head rent free, baby.
The motherfucker's on
Chris
vacation.
Got a free vacation in Bali right now. He's living
literally
in his head on the beach.
That's what I was just thinking, bro. This dude is on vacation. He can't even get away from it.
You see who he's on vacation with too? Oh, just all the other people that are involved in this shit.
I wonder if Sam's there.
Sam is not there. No. Sam is
that we know of.
Sam's in fucking Argentina. Allegedly.
I thought he was in Bahrain, no?
Yeah, see, exactly.
The Bahamas. The Bahamas, I thought, no?
Bahamas was the starting point. We have no idea.
The end point is Bali.
Mijo.
I saw Midge just had his hand up for a bit, by the way. I missed it.
Yo, yeah. Just wanted to. So I feel like a lot of people here were assuming because of the speakers know more or less how to track wallets, how to read Ether scans. And we can double check some of the information as soon as it's posted, right? Because we got a tad bit more experience. But I don't want to make the assumption that everybody on the listener section, or even everybody that's a speaker right now, like knows 100% how to like double check some of that stuff, right?
But you should, man. You should.
Also representative for the Psycho Kitties, Matt Harris, and that whole community. Cool chick. I'm sure a lot of you guys know her. She's going to be hosting a 1-hour class the 20th, so this coming Saturday. And it's basically just built around security, how to transfer your funds, and how the basics of things work. Let's not call it like a 101 class, but this is going to be like a NFT crypto 102 class. If you have any questions,
bro, what are we doing in here every day?
Bro,
I was
here.
about
You're here
to
teaching
say
the people, but listen,
that.
not everybody can come up and interact, and you know, not everybody has um even that voice where they feel comfortable like asking questions like while we're up here. So if somebody that you know maybe they speak a second language as English, or they're not that fluent but they still got questions, they can go in there. They don't even have to ask. You could just type them in. You could DM Cool Chick, and she'll take care of you guys. So just look at the pinned tweets. We also got the giveaway for today for Carcaeus. We're giving away more NFTs. Duh. Be in our Twitter space, and we got you. But be there. Like seriously, we're
Hey,
gonna take care of you
Mijo,
guys, and Cool Chick is gonna take care
who's
of you
doing
too.
this?
Hey, sorry guys. Hey, sorry to cut you off, but I gotta tell you, breaking news. Breaking news. CZ's been running that space for what, 15 minutes? They are already talking about crypto.com. Hey, what do you know?
That's so funny. It's ridiculous. Mijo, I was just going to ask. I missed who you said was running that space. Did you say Cool Chick?
Yeah, Cool Chick is gonna
Okay.
have it. It should be like the third pin tweet or the second pin tweet from
right.
above, and she's gonna run it with the Psycho Kitty Matt Hairs like within their Discord. Matt Hairs
Okay.
Discord is gonna be.
Yeah. Alpha, quick question. You were talking about people who bought Crow yesterday. People who are in troops will probably understand this more than anybody, but for me, the one that was the biggest buy yesterday for me that changed the game was Mrs. Troops. She bought £500 worth of her own hard-earned money, and she went out and I showed her how to do it all, and she bought some Crow. This is from the woman who's been telling me to stop talking to my fake internet friends for the past year. So it was a very, very emotional and amazing moment in the Troops household.
Let's go.
Tell her she's going. Tell her
Yo,
she's
that's
going to need
amazing.
more than
Hey, you turned her into a
$500
believer
worth of Crow.
at the
What
Tell
bottom.
her
a
she's going to need a lot
headcanon,
more,
man.
man, for that running away
Oh my
fund.
gosh, she
I
actually
know.
she's been listening the whole time if she paid attention. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah. I tell you what, Mrs. Troops has
Waiting.
got a lovely uh, investment portfolio and property. And if I can convince her to start investing some stuff in, she's got a hell of a lot more money than me to invest in this shit, that's for sure. So that was awesome.
That is
Bro,
the best news we've had, and we've been
we're
having
gonna
all
see
types of good news, man.
yeah, we're gonna
Now
see
I'm
Mrs.
getting.
Stroops with a mutant ape in like a couple of months once it reaches 5 Ethereum, and Ethereum's like $700. Mrs.
Oh
Stroops
my
is gonna be
god.
flexing on us.
Whoa. Cool, man.
I was about to say next time we dip, Miss Troops is going to be the reason we get that reverse pattern. Yeah.
When I dip, you dip, we dip. Who's up here? Jim Star. What's crack lacking?
Hey yo, everybody! Well done and congratulations, troops. But it's just the way you said about your wife. Just be careful. The wives and the investments, they take it very serious. Um, my wife staked for one of them Ruby cards, and she has been telling me, "What's wrong with this thing? It's gone to nothing. What's wrong with this thing?" So they look at that thing more than we do anyway. But what I wanted
Yeah,
to
you
say,
got her in at 70 cents. Troops got his wife in at 5, bro. That's different.
that's different indeed, yeah. Okay. But there's something else I want to say. CZ, he's not on holidays. You guys have been saying he's on holidays. He's in that G20. It's called the B20. It's kind of his Binance version of the G20. And then another thing too, I found I found out that some of us have been sleeping, when the price of Crow dipped, people did not check the listing. You have to realize that if you put your troopers or your NFT, whatever, your chipmunks for 10,000 Crow and things have dipped, you have to increase or double that price.
Bro,
People have been getting things for very cheap,
I
and
bought a
it's
chimp. I bought a chimp
Important.
yesterday. I bought Crow at 5.8 cents, and then I bought a chimp for 785 Crow, dude.
Holy crap,
Crazy.
bro. And listen,
You
if
know,
you
that's
got
a really
lions,
interesting.
the same thing, because I've heard people lose their lions recently because of that. So really, really good for you to bring that up, Jim Star. Super important, yeah. You got to keep up with that thing. If you got it listed, keep up with it every day. Otherwise, don't list it. It's the best thing you could do.
Minted is a reward platform, so people are constantly listing for less than double the floor, and that is spicy when you get big numbers, and Cro drops big numbers. That can definitely affect you. Hoddle, what's up?
Did you guys see the announcement that Binance is going to start launching? I just want to make sure I get the wording here right. Hold on one second. Binance is going to start launching an industry recovery fund.
Yes, we started the show with that because I'm just loving all this baloney coming out of Binance these days. They also just said in their AMA that BUSD is the most collateralized stablecoin, and that Crypto.com does not have stable reserves, and that everybody should go and check. So
I'm glad you actually brought that up, because that's actually where I was going to lead to was so Binance actually owns like 30 or 40% of its own Binance dollar, right? So that pretty much means they're illiquid, right? Because if they move off of their half of reserve of the Binance US dollar, I mean, it depegs, doesn't it? Math tells me that.
No, it doesn't, man. It's a reserve system, so it doesn't work like that. Its peg isn't dependent on its peg is dependent on the reserves, not on the circulating supply.
Right.
So
That's what I'm saying is they have it in their reserves. They have 30% of the Binance US dollar is held by Binance.
And they're trying to change that, right? That's why they are actively swapping user funds. Correct. From USDC to BUSD.
Correct.
They're not even asking, and I think that is slimy.
Well, they did. Don't forget, about 2 months ago, they said that they were going to get rid of USDC off the platform entirely.
Yeah, but nobody knows how to read.
You know. Yeah, but they did say, they did make it known to everybody at the same time.
True.
Right?
So it was brought up in the space yesterday or the day before as well that that the disclaimer isn't actually there on the website. You have to go to the I forget, I think it's Plazex or Pause. I forget the exact name of the company, but you have to go to their website in order to read the disclaimer on Binance USD, which doesn't really make much sense. Wouldn't you be able to get it there right away?
Well, this is why, because they don't issue it. Right?
Exactly.
So they have that safety by
plausible deniability.
Thank you. That is exactly what I was looking for. You give yourself that one step of plausible deniability. They call it security, but I know what it is. You know what it is.
So I did want to ask this because it all leads into this next question that I would be asking, which is, have we seen Binance's reserves yet? Like actually seen them? Have we?
Like the same kind of way we saw Crypto.com's?
Correct.
No.
Okay. But we were supposed to have Binance's like right away, weren't we? Because he said he was going to have the proof of reserve.
Wrong space, bro. You got to go ask CZ this shit.
Oh, see, this is crazy. I should go to that space. I'm in the wrong
Coffee and Cro, baby.
But it's also, we do need, I think ITK mentioned this, and I think it's great that we're really backing Crypto.com and XYZ, but at the same time, we don't want Binance to fail. Like, that would be catastrophic for the crypto space. So I do think we don't want to be careful for wishing for that sort of stuff. I understand there was a FUD campaign that kind of came out over the last couple of days, but I don't think we want to completely try and shit on our own doorstep too much.
No, I definitely don't want anything bad to happen to any more exchanges. I
don't want that to be
think that when
misconstrued.
people are pointing fingers, and we've seen this a lot, you got to look at what they're accusing other people of.
That's what I was getting at, Alpha.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting at the point I want CZ to fail or Binance to fail. It was just more or less if you're gonna throw a stone, you should turn around first and make sure that your house is in glass.
Yeah, right. Gotcha. Makes sense. Yeah.
Voodoo, what's up?
I mean, on a lighter note, we're sitting at 0.74 charging back towards 10-cent Cro. While all this
Unbelievable,
is
man.
happening, it's unfucking believable.
I'm not
Yeah.
even looking. I haven't looked once. I can
It's
just,
beautiful.
I feel the energy,
Everything's
man.
green. Everything is green on my chart. Like I follow Scratch, Thunder's green, Bitcoin is green, Candy is green, Cro is green.
And we
Even
said it
fucking
yesterday,
MMF
bro.
is up 26%.
We said it so many times. I know there was a lot of noise, but like I hope we came through clear to you because we run these spaces every day for a reason. When Cro is low, you buy it. You swap it for Thunder. Thunder goes up, then Cro goes up. Now your Thunder is worth more Cro and your Cro is worth more USD and everybody's winning. That's what we did. That's what we will continue to do, whether Cro is going down or up. Thunder will always be here. Mijo. No,
Bro.
ITK. Sorry, man.
Oh, sorry, let me take it back.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Mio. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. All right, dead air. I'll speak. Binance is a great platform. Like, I know people want to hate on it, but they were the first of its kind to come out with a crypto-focused community exchange. Like, don't shit on Binance. Binance is a damn good platform. Whether you like CZ or what CZ said or not, we need more on-ramps to crypto. We don't need less, and we certainly don't need something bad to happen to Binance. I mean, I don't have any stake in Binance anymore, but back in like 2017, coming into 18, B&B bought me a house, so I'm hoping to do the same thing again with CRO. Like, don't shit on Binance. It's a damn good platform. It's probably better than CRO, crypto.com.
Whoa, buddy. Whoa.
Realistically
We're gonna let you
speaking.
keep your house, okay? We're gonna let you keep the house. So you gotta watch it.
The key question, ITK, though, is so how old's Binance roughly, the platform, since its inception? Like
About 2017.
Right. So let's talk about crypto. We'll come back in 5 years, right? And we'll see where crypto.com is at that point. And that's
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I know you.
Absolutely.
Crypto.com will be at $13. If we reach the same point as Binance with the same overall valuation, I forget who did it, but somebody had done it while we were in the midst of
Everything
the year
crypto,
last year.
bro. Everything crypto's got those numbers for you.
And we would be at roughly $13 per Cro.
Big facts. We're babies. We're still babies. But we are in uni. We are not fighting these schoolyard battles. Everybody's getting along. Hopefully. Respectfully. Allegedly. Mijo, ¿qué pasa?
Bro, just to kind of double down on like all the like you said, schoolyard finger pointing, sort of sensationalism coming out of Mario's space. If you look at the last pin tweet, this man is going like full on Fox News Jerry Springer. He's gonna have Hunter Biden on his face tomorrow in the afternoon. So keep that in mind in terms of like when you hear this man say something that at this point it's just about the views. It's just about the clickbaits.
Yeah, and that's more than clickbait. He's about to get a crackhead pedophile on his stage. That's wild, bro.
Yeah. So going to where the sources are these reliable sources? Are these industry people? What does he have anything to do? When does that man ever worked for anything? And now they're going to give him the stage of 30,000 bots and 20,000 actual people to spew whatever. Okay, look, my daughter don't even like Hunter Biden. I'm sorry, we'll stop talking about him. Okay, no Mario, no Hunter Biden talk. My bad. Listen,
that's how most kids get when you talk about Joe Biden and Hunter Biden around them. I'm sure that's their same level of feeling.
Amazing. Every time we bring up politics in here, the babies start crying. Look at Mikey though. For a quick change of subject, look at Mikey. Mikey is rocking Mijo as a tattoo, bro. That's pretty wild. See that shit?
That's my boy.
Murph. Here's my dog.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Two things. First, I did come up first off to say pretty much what Voodoo said, and you touched on about the people that bought yesterday. Crow's on its way back up to 8 cents. Of course, I bought yesterday. I'm loving it. Didn't have much on the side to buy with, but I threw everything I had at it. And another thing about that is when Crow is the only thing that dips, that turns all of your other tokens more valuable in Crow. So I swapped a bunch of little things. I had a little bit of baby hop. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
It
I was
went up
telling
in
all y'all
value
yesterday.
in
ETH was
Crow.
up. Crow was down. ETH was up. That was a
Right.
swap.
Crow's
That was
at
a
10
swap.
cents right now.
Oh, that is so dope. So
Wait, who said what? Come again.
Daddy G just said Crow's at 10 cents.
That's
So
baloney.
check the charts while I
That's baloney. Hold on.
go verify it. So another thing I wanted to touch on is and it's the whole corny crofam thing that we talk about all the time. So it really this whole thing kind of solidified crofam for me, because there was always the question in my mind of how are we all gonna react when an outside entity comes at us, right? So a family normally fights internally all the time. You always got that asshole cousin that comes to the cookout, right? And ruins it for everybody because he's shit faced and naked and dancing on the picnic table. I know, because I'm usually that cousin. But my point is, we attack each other internally all year long, right? Up in the spring and the summertime, they're always fudding each other's projects and stuff. But when shit hit the fan, all right, and everybody started coming to crypto.com, all of that was squashed. It went right out the window, and everybody had each other's back. I'm super proud of every one of you.
Proud of you, Burp.
Legend and I decided to have a little tit for tat just because it wouldn't be crofam.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna say you guys.
Now that
hugging.
is for real. Like, we got to keep real, right?
Wait, have you guys seen the top 10 list? First of all, it's 9 a.m. Welcome to Coffee and Cro 2.0, the proof of stake version. These numbers are brought to you by Crypto.com. Please don't let them be your daddy. Get your coins off the exchanges. Own your keys. Own your crypto. Thank you very much. Top 10 gainers. Look at all of our friends up here. Tonic, up 8%, number 10. Crow is up 10%, but it is not 10 cents. You crazy fuckers. It's 7.5 cents. VVS is up 11. Ferro Protocol is up 11. And who else is on here? HNT. HNT is up 11%.
Unfortunately, it's not on there, but when I checked, Thunder was up 40% this morning.
Let's fucking go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, man. And shout out everybody in Cro Fam, Thunder Gang, that's just head down seasoning, right? Like, maybe your $5 a day went down to $3.80 yesterday, but it's back up to $5 today. And you compounded yesterday, so you're better off today. That's all we got to do.
I just hit 400 ounces. I literally just seasoned.
Let's go, baby. I'm saying, like, I continue to love my Atom stake more than anything. And hearing Chris talk about Cosmos in that AMA, it's
Chris knows, man.
to go back to
he
basics.
knows. Chris knows. Atom is one of the best cryptos out there at the moment. Full stop.
And
Full
I
stop.
spent the whole past year saying, own your keys, own your crypto. I'm spending the next year saying the same goddamn thing, but also IBC 2023. It's all about IBC. What's up, Mikey?
Hey, speaking of Atom, how exactly is it connected to Kronos?
Kronos is
built on
the thing what Atom did, right? what Daquan did was he built the Tendermint protocol, which is how the chain interacts with itself and with other chains, right? So CRO came along and they said, we're going to come out with our own chain. But where are we going to build it? Are we going to build a generic version of Ethereum? Are we just going to copy some other chain? What are we going to do? So they decided to build the actual CRO Chronos chain on the Atom protocol, on the Tendermint protocol, which is native token is Atom. So if you love Crow, you love Atom, like whether you like it or not. It's the same thing.
Same with ETH, right? That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Because before I really understood how to talk about it, I understood that Crow was ETH and Cosmos like combined somehow.
Well, yeah, it can run an EVM. It can run an EVM on it as well. I mean, it's the Atom ecosystem is incredible. Like it's going to have more blockchains on it than any other blockchain has within 2 years, without a shadow of a doubt in my mind. No doubt that it's just going to take over as the go-to. I want to build a blockchain.
What is your defense between Cosmos and Polkadot?
Oh man, I really have to get into the office.
Oh, you ain't got enough time.
that I could go on for about an hour there.
We're back at
Polkadot.
You wanna?
No, you're not roping me into that. No way. When I weighed them up side by side, like I keep a small portfolio, a really small portfolio. I think there's only 6-7 coins in my portfolio at the moment. When I weighed up what chains could do what, and tried to figure out which I felt could do it best, and where people were going to go to build on, the number one that came up was Atom. Polkadot was in that conversation, absolutely. But for me, this is a personal thing. For me, I just saw the way it went. I know the founder of the Tendermint protocol is coming out with another protocol. It's going to be called Gnosis. Daquan is the name. He's if you want to talk Atom governance, if you're not listening to him, you're listening to the wrong people. He literally invented it. Now he walked away from Atom saying, "Look, don't like the governance of it myself," but he's creating his own one.
I guess Cosmos 2.0 got turned down.
Yeah, and I'm not going to get in. That's a political that question more than anything else.
I'm gonna get
no, not going to happen. But when he comes out with that coin, if there's an expression for going further than balls deep, that's what I'm going in that new coin. It's gonna skyrocket when he releases it. All right, I gotta go into the office, guys. Pleasure talking to you as always. Listen to Alpha, like. Don't keep your coins on an exchange. Don't keep your coins on an exchange. They don't belong there. They're not the exchange's coins. It's anti-crypto to have your coins on an exchange. I'm going to say it. Anti-crypto. If you have it on an exchange, you are anti-crypto. Okay. Take care, guys. Love you. Bye.
Tell him. God damn, bro. I can't believe he's leaving us. But I do think that we can... Right? It makes no sense, but nothing makes sense right now. And I just want to piggyback, because I fucking hate that term, on ITK's vibe there, and just shit on every single YouTuber out there besides Everything Crypto, CoffeeZilla, Ty Lucky, any of the Kronos ones, because they were talking Kronos, so they didn't get involved in any of the other bullshit. But like, these people, they don't know what they're talking about. They've been telling way more people about crypto than we have. YouTube is where people are hearing about this shit. This is where they are clicking on those affiliate links. And those motherfuckers, they're literally crying about how much they lost on on these exchanges on FTX and like, oh, I'm with you guys. We all lost money together. That is bullshit. That is bullshit. They should have been telling every
Bullshit.
single one of you to get your money off of those exchanges. They should have gotten their own money off of those exchanges. How are you going to listen to anybody that wasn't telling you that the whole goddamn time?
And the even scarier thing, I think, Alpha, is that I think the majority of those people, it's because they don't understand it themselves. These are just people. It's like what ITK said. They don't know how to read blockchain. They don't know fucking the first thing. They've got a YouTube channel. They've probably repurposed it from some other gaming fucking Minecraft thing they maybe used to do, and now all of a sudden they're a crypto specialist. They're getting paid by an exchange, and they're
Yeah,
telling
those
you
guys, I
and they're
think a
telling you to
lot
get
of
into
them
it.
came from stocks. Like their YouTube was already about
Or
finances. And
stocks.
then
Yeah,
crypto
exactly.
got hot, and they were like, oh, well,
Yeah,
I'm going to only talk about this now.
yeah.
I think it feels like a lot of them got in from finance to crypto. And I don't think they were finance people.
And if we're doing them a disservice and they do know crypto and understand it, then they're just selling themselves out because they were getting paid, right? And simple as that.
Big money. Big money. Big enough that Zilla turned it down. I thought that was incredibly interesting, following the whole saga on that side of things, on the YouTube side of things. There's a lot of people pushing back against CoffeeZilla, saying he's being too hard on the YouTubers who, promoted FTX. That how could they have known better when BlackRock invested, when all of these firms and all of these VC monies, they got in, so they must have done due diligence. So how could any of us have known better? But honestly, bro, can we just call that what it is? It's bullshit. How did we know better?
Well, exactly, and it's so some of those Web 2 organizations probably don't have the knowledge either to really go deep into this. As simple as that. Like we all heard the story about the auditors and the regulators who don't even know how to get testnet and get test token to test things. Don't know how to work MetaMask. So, it's some of those Web 2 companies are just hedging their bets and saying fuck it, and they probably didn't do a lot of due diligence behind some of their investments here. But the degens and the people who are supposed to be in this space, deep in the space, and representing the space on YouTube and whatnot, they should know better, I think.
And we got to put ourselves in higher positions, which means we need to start thinking of ourselves in a higher position. We need to start giving ourselves more credit for everything that we've learned over the past 2 years. I mean, we're the only ones that can help these companies, these people, anybody out there that hasn't gotten to this level of understanding yet. I think we need to give ourselves a lot more credit and a lot more respect and responsibility. The second two are a little heavier, but I think it's well deserved at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's up, G?
What's happening? Just took my kid to school.
That's the vibes. Good morning, my dude.
Good morning, everybody.
It's a morning for the Cro fam. This is ours.
Yeah,
They really tried to take it from us, man.
I had to suit up and put my lion on.
There you go. Monks till we die, but lions are forever. That's your cue, man. That's when you go off on monks.
So about monks, everybody. No. Check the pin tweet on top. I wrote a book. If anybody's got time.
They got time, buddy. They got time. That's why they're here. Just fucking tell them about it. Here, I'll tell them.
All right.
Hold on. Now I gotta scroll. Morphs is coming up here. Monk Finance wants to pay you guys for liking and retweeting. I don't want to give you shit. I just want you to go to the bottom right and do it for free. Like it, retweet it. That's how we get people in here. Don't make me buy some bots. Don't make me do it. Come on.
Touche, bro. I like that intro.
Touche yourself.
I know what you was saying there. Nice. I just woke up, guys. I was listening in on the AMA at 10 in the morning today, so it was a long night. But I gotta say, I'm so bullish on crofam. It's Chronos price can be whatever it is. I am so bullish on crofam. It's insane. You guys are awesome. It's, yeah.
Sing it, baby.
Yeah.
You got your guitar?
Kumbaya.
Whip it out. Pause. Whip it out. I want to hear a crofam song, man.
You know, I would love to hear. I remember a few months back when I was picking up it must have been in the summer, I was picking Caden up from the airport, and Cromorphs whipped out his guitar and did that little country number. I would love to be hearing some of that again, Cromorphs. You've got to get back in here. Actually, you should come into Moonshots. We're asking talented people who can do music or fucking magic tricks or whatever, any entertainers to come into Moonshots on Saturday nights and entertain the people. I would love you to be in there with your guitar.
I can make beer
especially
disappear.
If you know how to pull liquidity out of your ass, if you're a magician like that, come through.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, it's a magic trick. You got your guitar, buddy?
Oh, me, I gotta have some coffee first, bro. I can't.
Yeah, let the man wake up.
Allow it.
I'm so
Allow it.
sleepy right now.
I need a refill.
I was about to talk smack on you, Alpha, for giving Monk shit
That's
for not shilling his own project like you shill your own project. Like, get out of
It's
here.
the hardest thing to do. That's
Nah,
why
I just woke up a little bit ago.
We have to push each other.
Still
Who's
early
gonna
for
push
me.
us? All right. That's the last time I'm accepting that answer.
I'm gonna push you.
Everybody. Oh, I just woke up. We started a half hour early.
Yeah, it's in the title, man. Coffee and Cro. Get your coffee. Get out here and crow.
Let's go.
It's easy for me to say. It's 2 in the afternoon.
A decent amount.
You know, these young bucks, they don't get up before noon.
I hope you fuckers were listening to me last week, because single-handedly we could have saved Crow if we all were doing what I was doing. That XUSD USD pair was still paying out 3% a day, but it was 5% all weekend, 7% all last week, and just printing space, which is still at $23 a token. I took 90% of that liquidity from Matic and brought it back to Kronos and bought Crow and bought Thunder with that Crow and paired the rest of it. And
speaking of Matic, Phoenix's little pre-sale was claimable yesterday and is tradable this morning at 6 a.m.
That was perfect timing, dude. Yesterday was a great day to be on the Polygon chain. They were kicking ass yesterday.
Polygon's is like 89 90 cents, right?
It's over 90.
Oh, is it? Dope. I bought it at 89.
Yeah, for sure. Mikey, what's up, dude?
Hey, Marv, yesterday I was having a little trouble getting my Bitcoin to my DeFi wallet. Well, I found out it wasn't anything to do, well, I guess it was kind of the app's fault, but when I was hitting the max button to transfer, my max amount available, for some reason it was putting more than I actually had available. So that's why.
Common.
And I freaked out, and all that FUD was going on, so I was freaking out at the same time. And I had to look back and relook at what was being entered. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't even have that much in there. Why is it automatically putting that much? So when I manually,
I don't use that button, bro. I don't use the max button anymore. I'm always typing in what I'm gonna send, transfer, swap, because that has been a huge problem for me, especially on new protocols. When a protocol is brand new, My
I've
God,
done
yeah,
that shit.
you can't add LPs that have decimal places. You know, like you'll get error after error, and you won't know what the hell is going on. And all you have to do is cut all the decimal places off your LP. And that's just something I learned way back in the day with VVS, when VVS was brand new, and you couldn't swap it with decimal points. You got to cut those bitches off.
So, I think I've figured out why that is. So over the weekend or yesterday, I started learning Solidity, and so a big thing about the code is it's either an unsigned integer, meaning a not negative integer, or just an integer. So if the contract has it as an unsigned integer and you have decimal points in there, it gets confused sometimes. Like it's like you say, when the liquidity's low and things like that. So keep that in mind. Erasing the decimals can sometimes keep your transactions from failing.
Hey, Murph, have you had any exposure to coding or development in your
Zero,
life? It
zero.
fills
No,
my heart. Honestly, it fills me with so much warmth and joy to hear you talking about learning Solidity and talk. Like, obviously, I was a software developer a long time
You're
ago, and
telling
I
me,
moved into.
troops, I'm fucking
Oh,
beaming over here.
it's amazing. Like, this is what it's all about, that learning journey. Like, more people should do it. It is hard, right? But if you've got the mind for it and you just want to get involved, like, and hearing you talking about it so confidently and correctly, like, I'm by no means an ace programmer, because it was a long time ago and I moved into management pretty quickly. But it's awesome. Oh, it's so awesome. I fucking love it, man. Props to you.
the most I've ever done is I build my own desktop computers. Just a motherboard, a video
Yeah.
card, things like that. Put that together, and then I'll load the software. Click install to
Yeah.
nothing in coding. I do know how to view source on a website, things like that, but I don't know what half of the shit means other than body and header.
So
That's
good.
our guy. If you guys
Love it.
haven't met Murph, this is Murph. And you can't
But
have him because he's our guy.
yeah, so I'm the type of person, when I can't find something I like, I'll just make it myself. So yeah, just keep that in the back of your mind.
Love it. Joe Q, what it do?
Hey, I got a question. I'm sure it relates to a lot of people in the room. When we were taking our Thunder and we jumped over to Bach and we created the Bach Thunder LP, a lot of those have ended now. Well, if you staked one of the hominids on the LP, you were granted an extra like 5% for your rewards. Now that they've ended, and I want to remove the LP from the system, it's giving me choices, like 5 different choices of what I want it to be. But the one thing I haven't seen is it has not given me a choice to unstake my hominid. Does anybody know if I remove the LP, will it automatically unstake the hominid and give it back to me? Or will it be like some of these other protocols that if you don't unstake it first, it's gone forever? Just asking.
Gone forever? Who did that to you?
There's been a couple projects that if you stake a NFT to your LP and you don't remove it first, then it disappears. It gets lost in the wallet.
It doesn't disappear, but you're not seeing it anymore because you don't have anything in that pool. So the booster doesn't show. But you should always be able to remove the booster from the pool, whether or not you have anything in it. And also, it's a great time to remind people that no matter where you go, you have to put the boosters in first, and the LP or your funds and liquidity in afterwards to get the right reward structure. And then same in reverse, right? You got to take out the funds and then take out your your NFTs, but you gotta not lose them. I don't know what you lost, Joe.
I haven't lost it yet because I haven't done anything because I know that it's a possibility to lose access. It will still be there. I may not have access to gain it back. I may have to jump through a whole freaking circus to try to get it back. And I'd rather not do that if someone knows from the get-go, don't do it. You know, with troopers, if you stake your trooper or super trooper first, you can then go back in and add all your other supporting NFTs. You know, I haven't really got all the way into his process. I know he's up here, so he can speak on his own process. But be wary, guys. Sometimes a quick, agitated move on your part is going to create, 10, 20, 30 minutes, 2 hours worth of heartache and stress because you just didn't reach out and ask.
You guys, there are some crazy deals going on OpenSea right now. Someone just bought a Bored Ape for 85 Ethereum. Is that super cheap?
With the price of ETH right now, yeah. Also, good morning, crofam. We won.
Hey, good morning. I got stuck on some DMs here. What's going on, Hank? It's a hell of a day, man. I was saying you might have bought the biggest bag of crow yesterday.
Yeah, we picked up $1.5 million.
Hold on, I got to get the right sound effect for that. That is wicked, dude. For for those of us that bought a couple thousand, 10, 20, 30,000, that's a bag, dude. And it goes up like that.
Yeah, and we still have 230,000 in USDC that we'll be putting back into Crow as well. So
unbelievable. What else is going on today? I mean, we're not surprised. We didn't wake up today surprised, but it's nice. It's nice to see that the market has reacted to reality,
Yep.
And not fear.
I mean, really, all we needed to hear was, Chris, we don't lend money. We didn't borrow any VC money. And all this is just FUD. Calm down. Like, cool. We've been saying it. Thank you, Chris.
Right? I mean, people just don't listen to us. And unfortunately, actually, I'm not even going to say unfortunately. This just is what it is. Chris is not going to come on Twitter. He's not, he's not going to make the same mistakes that Elon did, that honestly I think CZ might be. Twitter is a minefield. You're rolling the dice.
Twitter has too many people for you to have an educated discussion. Like whenever you get like CZ or somebody big into an AMA like that, I mean, you can't sit there and formulate enough thought between each sentence, and you're going to say mistakes no matter what.
Yeah, this is not a normal situation and never should be treated as such, man. I was in that space with Elon that was hosted by the Twitter executives, and you could hear, I remember being in that space and thinking, the woman that was running the space, hosting it, the way that she was talking to Elon, I was like, this is not good. This does not sound good. And the next day she resigned. It's like, we don't want to see Chris on Twitter. That would never be a good sign.
Yeah, we got some hands up. I think Chromorph was first.
He got his guitar ready?
Oh, not at all.
Get him
been
out.
coding so much last month. It's when I heard you talk about learning Solidity, I was like, yeah, bro, I have actually learned so much. The way to kind of the road to learning have been so much easier because of the understanding I've got, actually mostly in here and in the jungle, about the way we interact with smart contracts. And to that, Joe, did you have Do you have a contract address where you have staked this NFT? Because it should be in the staking contract.
I haven't dived into the address, but I'm sure I can find it. Alpha may even
Can you
have
give
it
me?
up in his DMs if you look back far enough for Bach.
Okay, if you send me the webpage, I can see if I can find some functions there that will give you your NFT, because it's probably not done enough front end work that your NFT is showing, but it's in the
Right.
contract supposedly.
And that was my point, was that, you know, the front end may not show it because, well, this is all so new. You know, most of the staking pools that we're getting into are forks. They're copy pasta. You know, I
Yeah.
go to find stuff. I go to find contracts, and my HopSwap LPs are called syrup in my wallet. Why is that? Because they're a fork from PancakeSwap. You know what I mean? These are things that it's very important everybody realizes, and you realize this by doing the things that we talk about in here, by going to Chronoscan, by looking at the contract address, click the buttons, learn how it works, ask the questions, hit the button, bottom left. Anybody can come up here. There are no dumb questions. And tweet out the room, bottom right. Bing bong, fuck your life.
And just to point out how much work you have to do to get your NFT to view on your webpage, I have managed by myself to get the number of NFTs to show, but to have your NFT show up, you got to do a lot of coding, or you have to use maybe more. I'm not sure if Morales even works. I'm actually doing my diligence on that right now, but it's not surprising to me that your NFT is not showing. At least if they don't know 100% what they are doing.
And how many people 100% know what they're doing? Show of hands.
If you're using
Citadel and
Morales,
Voodoo, way to
you
go.
sort of know what you're doing.
Yeah. Actually, Citadel, what's going on with you, man?
Hey, nothing, man. So I just like you guys are talking about the code and stuff. I had a question for Murph. I was curious, like what resources, excuse me, you're using to learn.
So two of them. One of them is DAP University, and then another one is one that Brian put me on. It's like a 36-hour course. I'm working. I'm about 10 hours into that so far.
Right on. What's the name of that one?
I couldn't tell you. So he has there's a channel in our Discord called Brian's Nerd Chat, and if you go into there's a link in there for that 36-hour course. I was just watching it. I don't remember the title.
Word. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna go in there.
Yeah,
right now.
you're gonna want to be in there, even if you don't think of yourself as a nerd. Brian's Nerd Channel is where you want to be.
Oh, bro, I'm full nerd. I'm on the same path as these guys. I'm teaching myself how to code, and
let's go. Y'all are my favorite fucking nerds in the whole world. It's Revenge of the Nerds in 4K, and the world is not ready, bro.
Bro, they're so not ready, especially if like everything we're like the people that are learning this stuff right now are in such a position, like especially if people are going to be start like swaying away from centralized exchanges, and they need people to just pop up dexes. It's like, oh crap, well, who knows how to do that? Sounds like Murph knows how to, you know,
I will.
So like, well, that's that's what I'm saying. So it's like, and that's just in our little community, dude. This stuff is, I really think like everything is going to be tokenized. So I think learning how to like do this and set up like little membership cards for who knows what baseball clubs, like whatever you can imagine. Like I think you can find a use case for this stuff. So I want to. I'm learning how to do it.
Bro,
my motivation is twofold, right? Is one, just because it satisfies a little curiosity beast inside me, but then two is to check those that come after me, right? So I've always felt like the developers have a leg up in crypto than all of the investors. because they can throw in malicious code and who's the wiser? Because if you don't know what you're looking at, there's no way.
And we saw that with FTX.
Exactly. So I
Sam put
want
a
to be able to
backdoor in the
look.
whole fucking exchange, man. Nobody knew what was going on.
I want to be able to look at a contract and see a backdoor. Exactly.
That's our guy. And real quick, I wanted to touch on some data from the AMA that I just remembered. Chris said that the DeFi wallet has been downloaded 5 million times. We only have 1 million wallets. So what happened to those other 4 million people? I'm just wondering.
I know I've downloaded it at least 6 to 8 times due to
Now, see, that's
changing out
there you go.
phones.
That's good.
That's another thing I was going to say. But the second one is there are those people that go out there and download it and then just never open it. So if you don't ever open it, you won't ever create your wallet. So there's those two, and then repeat users.
Good stuff, fellas. Really good stuff. That's exactly why I was asking. Zeus, what's up?
Oh no, I just wanted to say that the space was boring. He didn't really answer that many questions. Like the questions, there was a couple of tough questions, but he just deflected. Like they asked him
Oh, is
about
that why
the
everybody's back? Oh, look at everybody coming back. Oh, hey, we'll act like you never
BUSD.
left. You fucking mother.
They asked him about BUSD, and he basically said that it's not ran by Binance, that it's another company that's behind it. So
Hey, we said that in here, bro.
They're holding 30% of it, but don't worry about it. It's all good.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Nothing to see here, folks.
And then someone else asked him if he felt bad for dumping FTT on his own holders, and it took him a while to answer, but he deflected and moved around it. He's like, "Oh, we can't save everyone. People buy what they want to buy, basically."
That's some slimy, nasty shit, Zeus. I'm gonna call it what it is.
And then I was
they
gonna
said
ask
like,
you.
"Oh, we're gonna spread it out over the next couple months." It's like you tanked the price 10% without even trying hard, and that's your users that ate that, all of them.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
you. And they just say it like all nonchalant, like, "Oh, we're trying not to affect the market." You affected the market. You already did.
What's up with your boy David? Like he's jumping on the bandwagon, I guess.
Oh, he's not
to
my
try
boy.
To engagement for him.
I mean,
I pinned it up
he's
top.
my Hebrew brother. We got to stick together. But I don't know. I don't know about him anymore. I don't know about anybody anymore.
Not in Web3, bro. Only when Christ comes back.
When pigs fly out of my ass, bro.
I sent a DM to Citadel Murph. It's a good resource called Web3 Club on YouTube, which have taught me insane amounts in a short time. So check it out.
Hey, thank you. And I just looked in the Discord. It's called, it says Learn Blockchain Solidity and Full Stack Web3 Development with JavaScript, Smart Contracts Beginner to Expert. If you YouTube it, you'll probably come across it.
And just quick rule of thumb, if somebody has to ask in your alpha chat, group chat, is this an alpha chat ? Then it is not an alpha chat. Just by default. I'm just getting that out there for everybody. Voodoo, what's up?
Cromorph, could you give me that YouTube channel one more time? Or DM it to me? I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, Web3 Club, it's on YouTube.
Web3 Club, gotcha. I appreciate it. And I had a question. I appreciate it, bud. I had a question for Hank. That's protocol liquidity or your personal liquidity for the 1.5 million Cro?
That's Cro Swap's Universal Sustainability Fund.
Gotcha.
So
that's a
we
smart
use
move.
that for buybacks and burns.
Yeah, smart move. We're actually in the process of building our own little treasury for that kind of opportunity where it won't affect the protocol liquidity overall, but it's there for us to take advantage of turns in a market like this. You're not going to win them all, but if you win the big ones, it'll definitely help you in the future. Yeah, that's a good move.
It's
You're
really
very happy
smart.
right
You
now.
know, we got to be
Yep.
hedging like crypto.com does.
Yeah,
For us.
and this is separate from liquidity. We never touch liquidity unless absolutely necessary. The only liquidity move that we've made for CroSwap was our protocol owned liquidity was flip flopped or not balanced, I guess is a better way of putting it. We had a lot more in Cro than we did Cros USDC, so we just balanced those. But otherwise, everything in the USGF was made through fees on Kronos Node, our community development fund raise that we did in the very beginning, or outside funds that we brought in and put in.
Yeah, kind of like a war chest. I think every protocol should have that on hand to take advantage of,
Yep.
market changes, and it's a good idea.
Yeah, and I'm not putting any of that to buy back and burn on Cross until the market stabilizes. But building it up now is definitely something I suggest every project to try to do. Even if it's 100, 200, $300, $1,000, $1,000,000, whatever you can afford. Accumulating now, not financial advice, as a project that you can put toward the community later is always going to be a smart move.
And to hold it in USDC or
No, you can hold it in Cro because as a protocol, as an exchange, you're gonna need Cro. And this is the cheapest you're gonna get it probably for a while. So if you can stock up on it, because you're gonna have to pay that Cro out one way or another, right? So this is an opportunity to get as much of it as possible cheap.
And I think that's one of the most important uses of Cro that people were not picking up on yesterday when they were calling it a exchange token, a platform token. We've got 400 projects using it right now, every single day. And they should all be doing what we were just talking about. We're going to be doing more of it in our project just because we were talking about it. Let's go Murph and then Joe.
Hey, no shade whatsoever to Hank or Voodoo, two very, very intelligent individuals. But I do want to clarify for any listeners down in the bottom. There are two ways to use the word liquidity, and oftentimes we use them so fast that they can be confused. So one time to use the word liquidity is when describing funds or tokens that are paired together in a protocol. And then another time to use the word liquidity is just when referring to a bag of tokens that is liquid to move about and trade with freely. So both of those were used in that conversation, and I wanted you to know the difference. So when one's referring to, like when Voodoo mentioned, was that protocol liquidity or personal liquidity, he's talking about the liquid of moving back and forth trading tokens, right? He's not referring to an actual pool of liquidity put together for trading tokens. He's talking about a bag of tokens to trade with. Just wanted to clarify.
Appreciate you, Murph. We got Joey, but we also have the Mutant Ape Chronos Club. Finance is up here.
Oh, hey, Alpha. How you doing?
Oh, my God.
Oh, Alpha! What's going on?
Okay, I hope everybody ran their voice analysis software.
Yeah, we've been tricking everybody for so long. We just wanted to come out of the closet. Bach owns the mock, and we're here to stay, man. We've got some mutant apes coming. We do.
Oh, good. Let me get one, bro.
Absolutely, yeah. The Gen 1s are going to be swapped over for mutant apes, and the art's getting all good to go. So we've got the bodies all done, and we're just working on finalizing everything. And yeah, so everyone with the Gen 1.
So you guys are the reason I keep seeing mutant apes flying off the floor right now?
Yeah, we're pretty savage with this. Yeah, we get around, you know?
You guys are nuts. And just so everybody understands, I had no fucking idea until right now.
Wait, so who is that behind the thing?
It's Sweeper.
That's Sweeper.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like
Sorry,
my guy.
guys.
Daddy, you need to cough up some cash and get some new voice analysis software. My shit picked it up right off the rip. My shit was like,
I'm really bad, bro. Like, if somebody changes their name or PFP, there's a 50-50 on each one that I'm gonna have to like guess who it is. Like,
all right, well, if you want to invest in this guy, his project is called Monk Finance.
hey, we're not a voice analysis fucking program, bro. So okay, so now I'm more awake. Damn it.
Let's go.
And I have to go to work in a little bit. I have to get ready because I'm being a bum. I have to go check out everybody at work, make sure they're doing their job. So Monk Finance is something I came up with after being in so many different protocols of tokens, of node as a service, NFTs. I figured out something that would work really great. And not only that, it's for the community, stuff that I see people doing all the time and not getting appreciated, not getting paid for it. So I came up a way, and also to be true to myself, that helps other projects out at the same time, whether they're new, they've been around, they need some help, they need eyes on them, they need the Twitter algorithm tweaked a little bit in their favor. So yeah, I built a company that you only need one 8.88 Cro, which is about $7 to $8 right now. You only need one, unless you want a bridge. We did build a bridge. I'll get to that in a second. So after you get a monk, you verify in the Discord. Jobs will come to you. You can pick and choose what jobs you want to do, like Uber Eats. They'll tell you how much they pay for each job. After you complete it, you'll get airdrop the tokens. It's really simple. Let's say you're a YouTube gamer, all you would say, let's say you were sponsored by the Loaded Lions. All you would do is be like, hey guys, today we're sponsored by the Loaded Lions. It's an NFT project, have like the little picture in the bottom right corner, and say their NFT project on the crypto.com main chain. Click the link below to find out more. Just kind of a soft thing to get eyes on it all over. We're going to be on Twitter, Telegram, Reddit, YouTube, all the social media platforms. It's going to be something that's going to be really great for our community as well as the projects themselves. Just like the YouTube creator that would say that about the Loaded Lions. So the Loaded Lions would watch it, they'd like it and share it. The Chipmunks would like it and share it. You'd go from, let's say you're already doing it, to like 10,000 viewers and subscribers. You have the possibility of capturing another 10,000 people, or maybe even possibly more, depending how good your content is. Just like if you have an AMA and you need help and you need people in there, say you get a new project and they get 1,000 people in there, they're going to turn a lot of heads on Twitter with the algorithm, with all the likes and retweets about it. And it's up to the project to come up with some good stuff to captivate some people, to get some holders, just like the person doing the YouTube or TikTok videos. It's something that is like one hand washes the other, like Alpha's always said. Yeah, it's something pretty ingenious. We built a bridge. That wasn't even like the whole point of it, but it's something that we kind of added to it. You can bridge from Cro to Ethereum and Ethereum to Cro now. We plan, just because how successful it is, I think we've honestly captured more money from projects that want to use our services and use our bridge. The bridge will be free as long as they use our service. That'll be to help our ecosystem. We're not going to like side sell the bridge.
So that's no bridge fee, but there's a
Yeah,
gas
you'll have
fee.
to pay a transaction fee. We're not going to pay everybody's gas transaction. Everybody will pay their own, just like the Chipmunks do. Yeah, we got a couple of big things coming up. I'm trying to get a good ETH push and get our eyes on ETH.
Big things are going, brethren. And I didn't make up that one hand wash the other shit. I stole that from Jamaica, just like everything cool that I do. I stole from Jamaica.
I like how you give
That's
credit to
Daddy
it.
G talking, right?
Yeah, this is Daddy
Yep.
G.
What's the service that goes alongside that?
So as say you owned a project and you came in, we'll have a D app. It should be hopefully getting ready to be done, you'll get in there and you can pick what kind of, if you're a project, what you're looking for help with. If you need help with likes, shares, if you're having an AMA come up, if you want somebody to feature you guys on YouTube or TikTok, or make some Reddit post, or Telegram or Wikipedias about your company. So you'll go in there, you'll pick the services you want, you'll deposit Cro or USDC. Right now, we'll open it up to ETH and ETH USDC. Um, as you put it in there, you pick what you want. They'll start sending out the tasks. As people complete it, the money will start getting used. At any time, you can pull your money out. It's not locked up. You can add more to it. It's going to be really, really simple little thing. And not only that, every chipmunk will be its own sales rep. So let's say, because we're spread out throughout, and you guys have seen a lot of people from Cro have actually left Ethereum, Cro, and went to Ethereum. And people are still friends with everybody, and everybody's in different communities. So anybody can be their own sales rep. Let's say if somebody was in CrowSwap, told you about it, and you're like, "Oh, that sounds really great," and then they're like, "Here, use my referral code," um, and then they'll get a percentage of the commission. So everybody can be their own sales rep, and we can kind of branch out like to all the networks and help everybody. And yeah, I think it's something unique. We got a lot of projects that are we're working with right now, where we got about 4 or 5, and then we got another 4 or 5 in the pipeline. I am trying to talk with Ape Tank to try to get on there to be seen by the 7 board apes to get the thumbs up or thumbs down. Today or tomorrow, I should be in talks with them. And yeah, it's something that's true to myself, something that helps other people while helping ourselves. And I've just seen so many people, so many um, ambassadors, mods, and it they don't get any love or any appreciation or even paid, and they're the backbone of the company. They're the ones holding the company up. Without us, the community, the project, even if it was the greatest idea, wouldn't go anywhere. So it's bringing the power back to the people. So yeah, it's not like $100 or anything like that. It's $7 or $8. It's about growing our numbers, and we're only as strong as our weakest. So yeah, thank you.
Straight up, man. Oh, troops! I love this tweet. I gotta get everybody to like and retweet this before I put something up there. Bing bong up top. Let's go.
Right, yeah. Well, I would share the receipt after mentioning it before, you know.
Yo, I haven't gotten Lizzie to buy any Cro. I send it to her, but this is beautiful.
The peeps in the troops VC are determined to get her to come into our voice chats, but I'm not sure about that. We'll see. We'll see. I think that might be a step too far for her with all these crazy people around here.
It's a wild card. Who's
I had a question. I
go.
have a question for Daddy Jill. I wondered if you could give a specific example. Hold on here. I'm just going to get in the car out of this. Yeah.
Hey, check out my pin tweet.
Cool. Yeah, no, yeah. I was looking for just an example of like, here's the job, here's what you get paid, and I guess this a sort of sub question is, how are you going to be validating the quality of the job done? You know, how are you going to be like, okay, yeah, the job's been done? Who decides that?
We'll have different protocols. We don't want to get too much into it because we'll be watching for people cheating the system and stuff like that. Well, we hope that doesn't happen, but just in history and stuff like that, people do try to cheat the system, so they'll get reprimanded, even dishonorably discharged from our community for doing that kind of stuff. They'll be court-martialed, maybe for a week or two, all depending on the situation, and we'll go back and analyze and have track records and alerts if things were to change. Like if somebody was to like something, then go back a day or a week.
Unretweet it or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So just to get it right, if I'm the founder of say Troopers, I come to you and say, hey, I would like to use the services. So am I right in saying that I give you the liquidity, it goes into like the pot or it goes into the hold somewhere, and then I then pick the jobs that I want your community to do, and then as they do them, they're just getting paid from that little pot of liquidity that I've given you for that. Is that right? Essentially, so making that,
Yes.
yeah. And then so when
That's
they
a
do
great
the
question.
jobs, and then so when I do the jobs, or when they do the jobs, do I then, as the founder of the project, get to sort of sign off like the jobs have been completed to like the satisfaction that I wanted them?
Yeah, 100%. So you can pull out at any time. It's not locked up ever. Um, yeah, and you'll see it. And as we go, we'll keep like an analyst and stuff like that of um, for example, like we could do like before you signed up with us, your track history of how many likes and reshares you get, and then after completion with us to the likes and shares you had, kind of like proof of work. Um, so then later on, we can kind of use that to get new projects and stuff like that. And then how you said about the liquidity, like we said, we got like about 4 or 5 projects locked up with us right now. Um, they're under pretty much just my word. I told them it's going to take about a week or two to actually get it started up and get the tasks sent out. So the liquidity that they sent and stuff is locked up right now into that as well. So we're pretty much already building liquidity onto it. It's pretty amazing. And I love the projects that see the worth in it. I've been reached out to even while this stuff was going on. I kind of took a day and a half off. I've been on Twitter, but not as hard because like when mom and dad fight, I don't like to be around, and I'm gonna hear everything afterwards. And I like to hear it from myself. So yeah,
I'm with you, bro.
Cool. Thanks for the answer. Makes a lot of sense. For me, I would be like, and this is just like my own kind of thoughts and feedback, like just as you're saying it, I would be interested in like, I think where you could really sell it is understanding the value proposition between what you're offering and what you build by building your community, right? Because for me, the whole essence of building a community over a year is so that those people are invested and they do the promotion for you, and they're getting back to the investment that they've got in the project, right? Obviously, we have mods and managers and people who are also being paid for the project. You mentioned there that some of these people aren't, if there are any projects who aren't giving their mods or community manager or whatever something, then we need to talk about that probably.
Shame.
But
Shame.
yeah, I would. That's what I would be looking to get from you. I'd be saying, okay, what's your return of investment versus my community doing this for me, sort of thing. I think that's, if you have a good answer to that, then I think you're onto something.
Yeah, hell yeah. Joey, what's up?
Hey, sorry about that hot mic. I accidentally touched the thing. But I do have 2 questions. Mock Finance, you can probably answer my question from earlier. The LPs that we created with the Thunder Bach most of them have ended if we haven't restarted them. Do I have to figure?
They ended if you made LP when we first
Correct.
came up with the idea. Yeah.
Right. Do I need to unstake my hominid prior to removing my LP, or will it do it in a swoop transaction and put it back in my wallet to be used again? Second thing,
Yeah,
real
sweeps.
quick.
Do you guys swoop?
Yeah. So essentially, I would unstake your hominid, and then I would remove your LP, and then remake your LP or whatever you wanted to do in that case there. But yeah, I don't know. I like getting into the habit of removing it. I don't know. That's me. But
how do I remove it? Because I can't find where to remove it.
Here, let me I'll go to the website and I'll come back to this in just a minute here.
Okay, while you're doing that, thing for the community, I've heard a lot of people talking about the different Solidity, JavaScript, Python, and so forth. Most people may not realize that most colleges and or community colleges offer telecourses on these things, and you can step in and watch those courses for free, which gives you a tutorial. Also, these colleges have bookstores that you can buy the used books, and there's probably an online college bookstore that you can buy these course books with the CD that comes with a student version of the program. So, here's your full tutorial. You can go and try to research and search it out through YouTube and Twitter and all this other stuff. But if you actually step to the source of where these guys are getting their information, programming, doing the classes, here you go. Just tossing it out there.
You're saying they're getting all this information from CDs?
My background is in computer programming, computer infrastructure. I'm not just a truck driver. I'm not just a farmer.
Out, Joe.
Okay, well,
That's where the good
you have a student version of the program that you can put on your computer to run through all these classes with these examples and see the code. So, $20 to $75 to get the full course with all the examples. Some people can do these classes just by watching the videos or watching the teleclass. Other people need more hands-on. They need to be able to review 3 different ways to Sunday on how this shit works. Here you go. Here's just another tool to add to your tool bag.
YouTube has some really, really good Solidity tutorials as well. I just wanted to put that out there. But thanks, Joe. That was awesome.
YouTube. I'm with it. Morphs, G.
Hey, so my questions are for Daddy G. I've got a personal question first and then a listener's question. But real quick, so I tried to use the bridge over the weekend, and I got an error. Do you have a point of contact for that I can, like, maybe in your Discord, somebody I can just ping to talk to about that? And then the second question is also about the bridge. So right now you're currently only allowing chipmunks to be bridged. Is there any talks in the future of allowing other collections?
Yeah, we're in the talks with several collections, especially with what was going on over the past day and a half. I had a lot of projects reaching out to me to be able to bridge to Ethereum. I pretty much told them not to worry about it, and plus we have a lot of people in the pipeline that are already signed up with us to be able to use the bridge. So yeah, it'll be open up to anybody that uses our services. The bridge will come free, so we won't charge.
Yeah, you guys got to stop giving engagement to Gockstein. Just don't even respond. Like, he's looking for responses. Don't even talk to that guy. Sorry, I keep seeing it pop up on my timeline. Morphs, what's up?
Yeah, just let Daddy go first. I have some translated lyrics here I'm gonna wreck it when you're ready.
Ooh-wee. What's up, G?
Now I was gonna go back on what Troops was saying and stuff like that about his community sharing it. Like, Troops probably has one of the biggest communities on Cro, and I hope the community is really strong. Like, you guys have 7 mints or 7 NFT projects, so this might not be for you, but there's a lot of people that need to be seen and a lot of marketing. But even for you, because I plan to be on every network. And maybe Cro knows you really well, but not Ethereum and stuff like that. Like, I plan to expand and make the world kind of come together under one chipmunk. We're all the same kind of thing. Not oh, you're from this block, you're from that block. Chipmunks are gonna spread throughout all the blocks. If you see our picture in the monk and the community and stuff like that, we plan to spread all over and help. And that's what I've been doing since I've been on, and that's what I love about this, that I can really appreciate my company.
Together right now over me. Joke you.
Hey, so I think I can help clarify some of this stuff with Daddy G or for Daddy G. Most of you guys have seen me in spaces. I've been in Legend spaces. I've been in Trooper spaces. I've been in Alpha spaces. I've been in a lot of the Dragons of the West spaces where the question and answer part comes up. And as you're going through your question and answer part, isn't it nice to have basically a plant inside the room that can throw you that soft pitch on the pieces and parts that you're missing? So did I hear something about staking rewards or the giveaway that you're doing. Can you elaborate on this? Now, I do this stuff for free, but what Daddy G is doing, he's actually creating a thing, a process, a project where I can actually get paid to come in and help move the AMA along, giving the information out. Now, is this a soft shill? Is this a planted shill? Well, yeah. What does an influencer do? An influencer takes a huge chunk of money right off the bat, goes out and does the exact same thing. When that money dries up, they stop. Well, one of the things Daddy G's doing is if you are actually interested in that project, you actually have information in that project, you can get paid to do what you're doing anyways. Sorry, got a little excited. Gonna step back now.
This is actually part of.
You got to pay extra for that. You want excited Joe Q? You got to pay extra.
This is
Shit,
like,
Joe. I thought that was a personality flaw. I didn't know you were doing that shit on purpose.
Hey, call it what you will. It is what it is, and I ain't changing. Just put it out there. It's me.
So is it? And this is just like, Daddy G, you're coming in and you want the questions and, the hard questions, the easy questions, whatever. But I'm just sort of thinking about this. If you scale the way that you want to and you're an ambitious guy and you want to do it, how close does this start getting to all the stuff we've just been talking about over the last 2 days about paid shilling, paid promotion, pump and dumps? Like, what's the difference?
There's always going to be marketing. The two people that are going to win troops, and correct me if I'm wrong, is the person marketing and getting the money over the table or under the table, or the project that launches. Us investors are a coin flip from when we first mint to where the price is at now and what we paid on our mint. These are going to be really real crypto and NFT enthusiasts. And I don't know how many times I can tell you of how many times I've shared or liked a rug, whether I just seen it pop up or because of my friend shared it or liked it. This is not something that we're going to be saying, oh, this is the next 10x. You better hurry up. There's only 1,000 mints. It's just an easy, soft like or shared to not put anybody in danger in the chipmunk community and make us look bad or bring a bad name upon us. Even like the YouTube, when there's a project, we'll just say this project's on so and so. Click the link below to find out more, and it'll be up to the user to do their due diligence. So it's something that's really safe.
Yeah, that's dope because you're not going to be able to pay them to go back and delete all their tweets for all the shitty scams that everybody was promoting because we're not doing that.
Yep. And just FYI.
Oh, we lost you, troops.
You on that rug?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You're rugging bad. Like
yeah, that's tough. We can try again. I hate when that happens. It's like, yeah, the important thing is.
Yeah, it must have been the most important.
Yeah, there you are. We got to take it from the top. What's the important thing?
Oh, it's got to be really important.
I got it. I'm muting everybody. You guys don't want to talk? Fine. I'll leave the mute button on the whole time. Here's something. LinkedIn has a program called LinkedIn Learning, and Ella just put me onto it. Thank you, Ella. And they're offering a free month for new accounts. They have blockchain certified courses and lessons, and she is taking advantage of it. Perhaps y'all should too. They got a course called Become a Blockchain Developer. They have a course called Blockchain Basics. Build an Ethereum blockchain app. Yeah, good stuff. Really good.
This is on LinkedIn?
Yeah. LinkedIn Learning.
Oh, and they're
I just want to thank.
They're absolutely fantastic.
Oh, that's true.
They're absolutely fantastic. By the way, those LinkedIn Learning, we've got a corporate account with them. Actually, I probably could get some referral codes for that. Actually, but yeah, the learning material and the way it's
baby.
The way it's presented is fantastic. Yeah. And sorry, all I was saying to Daddy G, I was just making a little joke, but obviously I was rugging. It was terribly bad timing. But I was just saying that he's not paying me for coming up and asking these amazing questions. That was all.
Yeah, and nobody's gonna get paid to ask any kind of questions and stuff. If people feel the need to like ask something because they want to invest, because we're all just normal people. So like if the project has something good, they're going to capture people's attention. And I just wanted to, like, I felt like I had to speak, even though like I was a little bit like waking up, because I see so many people rocking the chipmunk. I'll be back to my chipmunk. I just had to show the crow support because that's where we come from. But I love seeing the chipmunks and Ella and everybody that's always repping J Smile, everybody, Garth, always fucking appreciate you guys, man.
That's the squad. Zeus, what's up?
Oh no, I just wanted to tell you guys I won the the Little Lion contest. I pinned it up top.
For the
so I'm gonna
pumpkins?
from the pumpkins.
Of
Yes,
course.
boy. Whoop, whoop.
So
let's go.
So what I did was I'm gonna keep that lion, but I sold another one of my lions, and I swept the CyberCop floor. So I'm gonna give them out to fox holders. So I'm gonna let you guys know later on, how we're gonna give them out. But it's about 8 or 9 CyberCops, and I'm just gonna give it back to the community.
Goddamn.
Hell yeah, Zeus. Zeus
That's
a
a
real
lot of
one.
socks, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care who you are. Socks keep your feet warm, and Crypto.com is here for the long term. And this is why we invest in people around here. I don't think I can remind you guys enough. Zeus is a freaking winner. So you invest in foxes because that's who invented foxes. Yeah.
Can you bridge Cybercubs yet? Or is it just the line?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, they're on kernels too.
One big happy family over here.
Yeah, at least it's a foot in, right, into the Little Lions. So, maybe they don't have anything and they can start with a CyberCub and then move up.
Yeah, that's a great starting point. Cybercubs, the floor is what? A couple $100?
$190, $200.
Perfect.
And just to be real, we took an analyst on a lot of projects that are out on Kronos, and Zeus has one of the strongest communities, and he's one of the most silent, non-chiller people. So I just want to put it out there for him for everything he's doing for his community and his people.
Sorry, I'm on a DM here. We might have some big announcements. Yes. Coming soon.
If you love a spinny wheel or a rumble, then foxes are the triple OGs of that. So yeah, man, always a good time.
Yo, from the beginning too. Like that's big facts. Zeus has been doing this from the start, dude. When did foxes start giving stuff away? Like December?
Yeah, it's gonna be a year. I don't know the exact date, but it's soon. I gotta check. Yeah, every single Friday. I think I only missed one because my daughter was kind of sick, but one of my mods ran it for me. But then after that, I've been here every single Friday for the past year.
And speaking of not chilling, it took me to like May to figure out that he even had a damn collection, and that's what made me go buy one.
I know.
Man's humble, bro. No shit. Because it was like, it's always been one of the big producers, too. I remember, I'm always telling you guys about how I was jealous of Johnny Chimps back in the day. Same with Zeus. Once I figured out that he was actually behind the foxes, I was like, wait a second. How did he do that shit? We got new people coming up here. Hold on. All right. And my Spanish-speaking family. Nice. Morphs, hold on. Morphs is gonna sing for us. I can't boot him. Who's getting booted? Joey? Sorry, buddy.
Hey, bro, I'll step down.
I got to get to work. I need to get ready like an hour ago.
Yeah, I've got a meeting here in 15 minutes, so I got to leave.
All right, now everybody's leaving. That's all I gotta say.
I'm gonna listen to it 10:13 and after.
Get out of here.
All right, have a good one, guys. Thanks for having me up.
All right, later.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, D-Rod? We got some new people up here. We got Jet.
Hey,
what's going on?
And Sus, did you know that you won that Loaded Lion Halloween contest?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I
okay,
got the
cool, cool.
notification.
Hey,
Yeah, thank you.
and then also for the people that don't know, Sue's actually started on the crypto.com platform. You know, he's got the OG collection on the crypto.com side, so that's where it originated.
Tell him, baby.
Did you have us on mute for the last 15 minutes?
Just
D-Rod just came
just
in.
making sure. I was like, man, they posted it. The Loaded Lions page actually posted it, and I was scrolling, and I'm at work, so I'm like, oh shit.
Here's D-Rod. He's D-Rod with a quick recap.
Yeah. No, but what I really was coming up here for was to tell them about the crypto.com OG collection, and when I clicked the mic, it went to my Twitter feed, and I was like, oh shit, I wonder if he knows. But yeah.
I tell you what we should also mention, since we're talking about Zeus and he won't mention it. The next drop from the Foxes are very, very close, and I've had the privilege of some eyes on it, and it's going to be fantastic. So that's all I'm going to say on that.
Whoa, Zeus.
Yeah, and since Troops put it out there,
I haven't seen shit.
Most of them are going to be traded in 2-for-1 from the old collection. So these are going to look better. They're going to be a little bit better. So people can trade them in the Gen 1 for Gen 2.
2-for-1. All right. I'll stop selling my Foxes. I'm just kidding. I have 4, I think. So I can get 2. When is this going down? Soon?
No. Still got some time.
Good.
Still.
Good. We got a lot of stuff coming. What's today? Monday? What's going on this week? Who's dropping this week?
Hey, did Daddy G's contract troopers here to pitch in that little punchline there? Hey, those nests.
We're all paying each other.
Those nests minted yesterday. I don't know if anybody caught one for the Crocros. They had that Dutch auction.
What?
Yeah, they minted 777 nests. They had a Dutch auction starting at 777, and every 6 minutes, it was decreasing by 70 Cro. It ended up minting out at 427 Cro. So, but yeah, shit sold out in the midst of it all, dude. Shit sold out pretty legit.
I can't believe I missed that. When did it happen? Yesterday?
I can. Do you remember what was happening yesterday?
Yeah. Yeah, I was all over the place yesterday, you guys. I tried to speak in every possible space, and they weren't really having it. But
it's fantastic for the Crows. It's another one, right? The OG project. They've went through a crazy journey with like high floor prices, low floor prices, under one roof initiative. There's a bunch of kind of big, let's call them whales for want of a better word, a bunch of high bag holders of troopers who have also are big in the Crow community too. The Crows, they've been telling us all about this stuff, but it's a lot of great stuff coming from there too.
Yeah, for people that don't know, I'm glad Troops gave you the synopsis. That's the history of Crows, and it starts as being the very first NFT to mint on the Chronos chain. And I think that's a really important distinction that only one NFT ever gets on each chain. And Crows have not only held that, but they've kept it moving with the Meerkat partnership, the Mad Crows that they dropped. And the floor price has definitely been all over the place.
Is Chico still the OG flipper on the Crows?
Chico still holds the record for the best flip on Chronos, I think, with that one.
That's great. It's also oh shit, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, they've got that great tool on their website as well. The like the mass transfer tool. If any project owners or anybody's ever trying to like move, it has to be from like one contract. So if you're ever trying to move like multiple NFTs from one contract to another or to a wallet, they've got a mass transfer tool on the Cro website, and it's we've checked it out. We've done our due diligence. It's a great tool, works very well. I think it's a 10 Cro flat fee, and it works flawlessly. It's great. It saves you a lot of time.
That's really important, because you can send one NFT for different prices in different places, and you can send bundles on certain platforms like Crocy. You could transfer multiples at one time. You can bundle things together, but it might be more cost effective if you're doing a large amount. Yeah, to do a 10 Cro flat fee. That's dope.
Yeah, and I think some of these, like I think Abisus Pay, maybe he's got functionality to do something similar now. OpenSea, I guess I'm stuck in the past. I've been using that transfer tool for
There's
a
been
long
so
time.
much that changed that I feel like I might have missed. Like Abisus has done a lot of changes. You can even do email notifications now, and that's huge, man. We had people asking for that a year ago. So make sure to check in with these platforms and see what's different, what's new.
Yeah, I think it's it's a big amount of batch transfers for the Crocos. It's just kind of like a sleeper, but and then 25% of the mint goes to the Crow holders that are staking their Crows in the forest. So
what
if,
is
if
this? Where do I do it? I don't.
you're not
I've
staked in
never
the
fucked with it.
forest,
I've never been in the forest.
yeah, you got to stake your Crows, and that's their distribution center for their rewards.
What the shit, man?
Yeah. So
they don't have a
I
DApp.
think it's definitely worth looking into on the website. They've changed. I don't know the exact details, but they had this twig. They were going to have this twig token. You might know, but I know recently they changed. Yeah, they changed some of the tokenomics. I think it was going to be connected to MAD in some way, and I think they kind of took a step back from that. I don't know where it ended up, but they're still doing a bunch of good stuff.
Yeah, that's a really good reason to stay fluid.
Yeah, I think these nests that they minted are gonna incorporate the twig token somehow. It made sense stepping away, right? I think it was in the
That was
right
the mint
time.
that just happened. D-Rod was nests. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, there were nests. There was 777 collections, so it's a low collection for sure.
That's a throwback to the meerkats themselves, man.
And I want to say they're not revealed, so they're gonna. I gotta follow up to see when they reveal, but the floor price was 600 Cro yesterday, so it wasn't too far off from the 427 mint price. But I'm looking into it now here. I'll let you know in a little bit.
They almost made that 420. You said it was a Dutch auction, right?
Dutch auction. That's the closest you were gonna get to 420. So.
Yeah, you're never gonna hit that. What's up, Briar?
Yeah, I just wanted to shout out Dream QC. He minted out his baby wyvern collection this weekend. 666 baby wyverns at 150 Cro a pop. Floor price is at like 350. Dude, that dude just kills it every time, man. But
he's a great artist. Does he do the art?
I think this is AI generated. They look clean, man.
Oh, the AI did the art. Spicy.
Yeah, I know, right? But the Briar token should have their farms up this week on Radio Shack for both ETH and Chronos.
And how are we feeling about Radio Shack?
I'm bullish. I feel as if I saw that guy Ty Lopez for the first time. First time I ever saw a picture of him. He was on Snapchat's front page. That Daniel Mack dude interviewed him last week. He's like, I own Radio Shack. I'm like, I'm gonna look into this guy. I heard you talking about him a bunch, but I never knew too much about him.
Took long enough. You've been working on that for a while, haven't you? Getting on Radio Shack.
Well,
I mean, he's been on Radio Shack.
Yeah, since right around the time they adopted Chronos, I got on.
Yeah, I've reached out because a few of you went over there. It was Briar. Who was first?
Croge, I think.
Croge.
And then Mooney, didn't he?
Yeah, Moon got on twice.
Mooney, yeah. Speaking of which, I didn't get to grill Santi yesterday. What the fuck? We had him up here, and I didn't ask him anything I meant to ask him. It was a busy day. I want to get some information from Croge, though. We'll get there. I don't trust Ty Lopez, just so you know.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. What was it?
I don't trust the guy.
Yeah, I've heard a couple people saying that. Like, has he been convicted of doing stuff? Like, what has he done that I keep hearing people talk about that?
I don't think he has the right idea about crypto.
Does his voice go up at the end of his sentences?
Ooh.
It's usually a
See, I
telltale.
let Daddy G get away with it because that's my boy. Anybody else?
Yeah, that infliction at the end. Oh my god! What's our price looking at, Alpha? Anybody know where we're at?
For what?
Got to $1 yet, just in this space alone?
Crow?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at like $5. No, I don't know. You guys told me it was at 10 cents, and that was.
No, Daddy G came in with that nonsense.
That I can't believe you guys still try and like play tricks on me in here.
I think it's over 7, maybe.
It is over 7. Yeah.
It's right at 7.
Yeah, if you look on the app, they've got it at 7 too. But you know they're fucking liars. It peaked at 7. It peaked at 7 too, or it peaked at 7.5.
So Alpha, I want to get into the spice between you and Gockstein. What's going on
There's
there?
no spice.
No, it sounds like spice.
There's no spice. He's got a lot of bots on his account, so I'm just looking out for you guys. You know, you start to fight with him in the comments, and you're just interacting with bots. And I'm not into engagement farming, especially these days. There's real lives at stake here and being affected, and people are still like doing things for the followers and for the clout, and it's just
Bottom feeders, bottom bear
really
market
bugs me.
feeders.
It bugs me big time. People that said things about crypto.com over the weekend because it was like the spicy thing to say. Go fuck yourself. Jet,
Bro,
sorry, bud.
I wouldn't even get into those spaces yesterday. I went and mowed
I
the
was in there
grass.
because
Nope.
they
No
let me
cap.
up. You know, they don't just let anybody up. I know that. You know that. You have to be at a certain level to get up there even. But like they wouldn't even let me up yesterday. And that's some bullshit because those of you who do stomach those spaces know for a fact that any other day I go right up. I hit the button, I'm right up there. So there was some shifty shit going on.
Did Elder Carl get up there? I'm sure I saw at some point that did I see that on Twitter? That
I didn't see it. We were both trying to get up there.
Yeah, I never heard it, but I was in. It might have been the Kronos Rocks and Fossils. I just saw a message. Somebody said, "Oh, Elder Carl's speaking up here now." I didn't see it until this morning, but when I clicked the link, it was that space. So, and then I didn't really get around to asking him. Well, I didn't know at the time when I jumped to 21 million space and he was talking. I didn't realize that was maybe on the back of him having been up in that space, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, and I got DMs about that too. Let's just clear it all up. There's no spice between me and David Gockstein. There is no spice between me and 21. We're big picture. We're all working together. And Jet, I apologize again, dude.
Do your thing.
What?
You never seen that meme with Drake and Savage? It was like blew up all over the internet.
Probably.
It's like Chris shouting out Coinbase.
Who's this loaded lion up here? Look at him. Who's this? Who's this Kronos Max say up here?
And very few words lately.
You know,
Jet's had his hand up forever.
I'm so sorry, Jet, bro. Again, my dude, welcome.
Hey, thank you. I don't know much about is it Cro? Cro.com?
You got it, buddy.
That's the lion with the gas mask on.
No, that's wait.
No.
Yes, yes. He does look like he has a gas mask on. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, no. I was just wondering how are you guys doing? I know there's a lot of mudslinging between the communities. Just kind of interested on your guys' take. I don't have anything involved with your guys' platform. I think I did sign up one time, but I just never pursued it. This was a while back. But how you guys holding up? I know a lot of folks got
Well, bro,
swindled
we'd be
and
holding up a lot better if you had followed through and gotten us the $5 referral fee. Because I've been sitting here the whole time like, why is nobody using my referral code? They're all just getting halfway through the process.
It's a great time to build right now.
No shit though. I got one referral after a year, and it's my wife.
Yeah, that was your wife.
that's because mostly I'm afraid to click on anything that's referred by anyone. Usually, I'm a little skeptic about links and just randomly clicking on things. I like clicking on certain things, just not on links.
I'm gonna let Sula up, but he has a lot of FTX posts, 25 followers. So let's see how this goes.
Oh, hey, bring it up here, man. I'm here for it. Maybe Morpheus is ready for a song.
Ooh, yeah, I've been waiting for this.
Come on, baby.
Surely is. And I have a question also. A friend of mine is wanting to transfer Bitcoin to a decentralized.
Oh, I'll
like,
give you an address. I'll get you the address.
Okay, thank you, bro.
You tell him send all the Bitcoin to this address. He might even get twice as much back. I can't guarantee it, but there's a chance that he will get twice as much Bitcoin back.
Is it my address? Is it my address you're gonna send him?
Yeah, it's yours. It's yours.
I heard you talking about it the other day. If we wanted Bitcoin off the centralized exchanges, you could tell us how. So if you do know how, it would be nice to know. It's a lady friend that wants to transfer Bitcoin. She's in Brazil, so she probably have heard, get your crypto off exchanges.
Everybody's yelling it. Everybody's yelling it. Nobody knows what they're talking about. But luckily, right here is the space that's been saying it for over a year now. Own your keys, own your crypto. It's the only thing to do. It's the only way.
You want the simplest, smartest answer?
Yeah, go.
Tell them to go buy a ledger and put it there. With all these DeFi wallets and iCloud and backup storages, everything can be hacked. Everybody can think it. Even if you own your keys, they can still get into all your shit.
Every chain has wrapped Bitcoin, right? Everybody's going to say, you can hold it here. That's not Bitcoin.
Just get a ledger. That's it. It's over. Spend the $50 or the $150 and you're good. Then just don't
Bitcoin
connect
only exists on the Bitcoin network. So if you have Bitcoin, you send it to your custodial wallet that you own the keys to. And
non-custodial.
Yeah. Self-custodial.
Well, here's the problem with that.
I'm talking about. What?
Here's the problem with that. If you're still using your wallets to connect to sites and mint and do this and that and use dexes and swaps, you're giving a lot of perms. Once again, just use a ledger and never connect it to anything other than when you're sending it to your exchanges to cash up.
Interesting. No one's brought up Coinbase all fucking weekend. Solomon is new here. How's it going?
I'm doing well, brother. How are you guys? Just a quick question. I wanted to know about, this entire cold wallet storage thing. I mean, even the ledgers and the Trezors, they apparently give you the passphrase they generated. How can we be confident that, these passphrases won't get hacked or, because it's like 12 words or 24 words?
That's right. 12 words is the standard passphrase that gets generated. It will only exist once. So when you buy a ledger and it generates your 12 words and you write them down, you're the only person that knows those 12 words. And where you wrote them down is the only other place that they exist. It's very important that everybody understands this and understands the basics of blockchain technology and how to have custody of the coins that you purchase. Um, let me bust through these hands real quick.
As far as your question goes, bro,
Sorry, Alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I
I
just wanted to follow up with that. They had like the companies themselves, right? They had like a third party authenticate these random password generators that are like implemented on the firmwares of these devices. Because you never know, based on the current environment, I
well,
wouldn't be
that's
shocked if these companies are in something, like
Well,
you
you
never
bring up
know.
an interesting point, which is that there's always going to be something that can crack a code, right? Like any code that you can create can be cracked. And we've talked about in here quantum computers completely they destroy what we're talking about here with the cryptography that makes all of this possible. Um, yeah, there's the possibility of what you're talking about, that a seed phrase that's generated can be cracked. I just feel like when we have full adoption, that's not gonna, you know what I mean? It's like saying any bank can be robbed.
saying you're gonna hit the Powerball. It's 1 in a billion chance, man. I mean, there's 12 words and there's a million words out there. The odds of it is extremely low. It's like saying you're able to guess the Powerball. If that was the case, we'd all be millionaires, right?
At this point in time, without quantum computers, it takes more than a lifetime to use regular computers to try and crack a seed phrase. So like that's the security that we have at this point in time. That's what makes us feel safe at night.
I think just to add to the point as well that Solomon might be getting to is make sure if you're buying Ledger and things, you're buying them straight from Ledger. You're not buying, I know we keep on saying this, but it's an important point. You see them all over Amazon, all over the different places. And yeah, it's very easy for those ones to have something loaded onto them, to already be hacked, to know the seed phrase, all those things. So only buy direct. That's it. Period.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good
that's a
point.
very, very good point. And also, one other thing I recommend if anyone's buying directly from these companies, to not actually use your like home or office address. Just use something else, because you never know. These companies might get hacked. The addresses might get leaked. I know I'm being a little bit paranoid, but only the paranoid survive. So
No, I think it's really
yeah,
important, dude, because
yeah.
in essence, that remains the only way people can access your seed phrase. They call it a $5 wrench attack. And if somebody knows where you live, then they can tie you to a chair and beat you with a wrench until you give them your 12 words.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and there's not a lot of data privacy laws in crypto yet, right? It's still the Wild West out here, so.
Yeah, you had like Sailor going around and getting a lot of coverage on like, if a criminal did decide to take it away from you, he would be incentivized not to kill you because, let's say, if you've memorized the passphrase. But the thing is, if he starts torturing you, you're gonna give it out, right? So
That's what they tell us. I remember a year ago when I got here, I didn't know what a $5 wrench attack was. I didn't know what a LP was, and I didn't know what a automated market maker was. But goddamn, you can come pretty far in a year around here if you put your mind to it.
Okay, Alpha, I'm on the edge of my seat. I need this guitar strummed. I hope he's had lots of coffee. I'm ready to hear it. Ready to hear those lyrics.
Let's go, Morpheus.
Let's go then. If the rhymes are not spot on, it's because I just translated a song from Norwegian. So it's actually about a snowman. In Norway, we call snowman's Kalle, but I translated it to Paul. So this is a song called Ball Les Paul. Yeah, Les Paul, that's good. Okay. Well, there's a killer in us all, Just ask the little snowman Paul. For everyone's just nagging and dragging. And his poor little nose is misplaced and sagging there. There's a killer in us all. Just go ahead and ask Mr. Yeah, it's a Mr. Snowman Paul. For his carrot it is somewhat malplaced, and Paulie gets easily raged, cause now he's missing his balls and chain. And you can't really call Paul what you want to do, and I have no idea how it's come to that. But if you sharpen your ear and you listen real close, you can hear a silent off from Ballless Paul. Well, he's like a man and he flirts like a lady. And Ballless Paul, I don't want to meet angry. He's got more than bricks in his purse. Well, he's trained both in MMA and some BJJ, so go ahead and tell him to take some kind of therapy. Well, what should we call Paul? He, her, or thee? It's an eternal dance of terminology. Well, where the hell do we place little Paul? You think there was enough space for us all in this world that we're living in? But Paul is tired of going in therapy for something that the doctors they call blasphemy. And one day he was lucky as he walked on by a man that said, "Come here, amigo, you can be." Well, the army surely got room for us all. They even got room for Ballless Paul. Surely Paul won't fit into the Olympics for now. But maybe Paralympics can get him to go. Well, they have to sort us by genes and not by gender or so. But there's a killer in us all. Just ask our own little Ballless Paul. Well, he shoots like a man and he kicks like a lady. A trigger happy Paul is not one you want to try and rob. Well, he's training both MMA and BJJ. And Paul he has found his own kind of therapy. No matter if you call Paul him, it, or she. He'll be fighting some foreign war. It's his own form of therapy. Thank you.
Crowd goes wild. Appreciate you.
I love it. I could listen to that sort of riff all day long. That's my kind of music, but I love it.
Well, we all know that Khan is the Stan Lee of Kronos. Some of you may have forgotten. But our friend Morpheus is the Johnny Cash of Twitter. And that's all there is to it.
Oh, yeah. Morph, we're definitely going to have to get some sort of set together for moonshots. It's got to happen.
Yeah, definitely. Let's do that. Thank you, guys.
I'll be in there. Joe Q, what it do? And then Murph.
Hey, I wanted to tag on to the conversation about the ledgers and the passphrases. I could be wrong, with this. Good possibility I am. But when it comes to the security aspects of the ledger and encryption, your ledger has a physical MAC address. And if that MAC address is sent through a mathematical equation, comes up with part of a key, your security phrase is the other part of the security key. It's put through that same mathematical equation, and only the combination of those two components actually releases or creates the true key to your wallet. Doesn't matter if someone else has the seed phrase for the physical item. If that physical item isn't plugged in, then there is no complete key, so there is no access. Just off the top of my head, that's how some of the 64K encryption turns into 128, or how 128 turns into 256. Just a thought.
Goddamn, Joey. Thank you. Murph, what's up?
Oh, of course, as soon as I go to hit the mic, I minimize it instead of in the mic. Morris, what kind of guitar do you play?
I have a Taylor acoustic.
That's what's up. Okay, I got a BC Rich. I'll send you a picture of it. Pretty badass. My kids bought it for me a couple years ago for Christmas.
Nice. Yeah, I got actually.
That's how I got my guitar.
I actually have something that is very, very rare in Norway, and that's a Charvel guitar from Sand. Where is it? I think I can check on the back. It's an American guitar.
That's dope, bro.
Hey, y'all. It is 11:15. So we're going to wrap it in about 15 minutes. If you are new here, welcome. Welcome to Coffee and Cro. If you have a question, hit that mic button. Citadel, what's up?
Hey, I forgot how it was relevant earlier, but I put something together. Whoever purchased Crow yesterday, I want to give them a free mint for the loaded companion. So all you gotta do is post your OX up at the top, and then I will add you to the mint pass list.
Hey, we told y'all you were winning yesterday when you bought Crow. We didn't know what we were talking about, but feels better today. Feels like we knew what we were talking about today. Citadel coming through. Appreciate it.
Trying.
I think Chris's YouTube video really helped a lot of confidence in what he was saying.
What did?
His YouTube video, his AMA YouTube video?
Oh, yeah, definitely. That was the first thing I watched this morning.
Yeah, I watched it as well.
It should be pinned up top here, probably all the way to the right. If you haven't watched it, definitely do. Definitely do. It doesn't take too long. What is it, like 40 minutes?
40 minutes, 2 hours Scottish time, something like that.
Wow, you guys weren't kidding about Mario. He really is having Hunter Biden on today.
Yeah, that's insane, isn't it?
What a douche nozzle.
The nice thing is, shit like that is just going to hopefully make people realize what's really going on there. Like, you've only got to have at least a couple of cells in between your ears to realize what that all is now. And if you don't, you probably want to reassess what you're doing here.
Right? I mean, read between the lines, y'all. I don't have to spell it out for you. If you were in there yesterday and you see what's going on today, I got nothing else for you.
I mean, this goes back to the perception thing. No, troopers took me out of context for it, but whether you believe in what he's saying or you don't believe in what he's saying, at the end of the day, you need to also be self-aware that these things can happen to any exchange or anybody in particular. So Alpha says it 100 times a day, so I'm just going to go to Alpha's phrase on that one. But, no matter how the perception is, just be aware of that anything is possible.
Absolutely. And I was laughing in here earlier, Legend, that everyone was holding hands, and the Cro fam was in a big circle, and everyone was so proud that we all came together. And I said that, Legend and I just had to have a little tit for tat, just to keep it real, just to make sure everyone knows that we're still real humans. This is still Cro fam, and we're not all pretending everything's perfect. So it's all love.
Oh yeah, listen. At the end of the day, me and Troopers are like Batman and Joker, right?
Yeah.
But if Kronos and CDC was really going down, we'd all be in the room singing "Kumbaya" together. So.
Exactly. I'm Batman, by the way, just in case anyone was wondering.
Yeah, definitely not.
Morris, what's up?
Oh my God. I thought I would give a little update if you don't mind. I've been working a lot in last week with metadata and code, and yeah, I figured out I need ownership to Chromorph's contract, and I can't get it with LootPad being gone. So I have to redeploy and airdrop everyone the ones they have. But to make that a good thing, I have added skill points to the metadata. So similar
Hold
to the
up, did you
lazy.
get in touch with Grayson?
No, not at all. I can't get hold of my contracts at all, and so I can only see an option to redeploy, and I would also have more options to add some functionality to the smart contract because they don't have the update URI in the right contract even. So if I had ownership, I couldn't change any metadata.
Oh, even if you had it, you couldn't change it.
No, as far as I've seen in the
All right.
data, it's not anything in the right section. And to even be able to change metadata, I need to have ownership. So to make it a better experience for everyone, I made the metadata that will reflect 9 skill points, the ones that are spelling out Chromorphs with the first letter. So you will have a Chromorphs with skill level 3 on every one of those 9 skills, and they will be upgradable through our DApp, like the way we kind of meant for the playing cards to be reflecting later, but now you will see that reflection as you go forward, and you will then eventually get a playing card which reflects the skills you have gotten through our DApp stages. So at least since you get a new Chromorphs and I fixed the traits also, Murphy will know I mentioned it to him. I messed up the traits a little bit for the customs, so I fixed that as well. So the traits and everything will be spot on, and yeah, just a little update there.
No, we appreciate the updates, man. And nobody's getting anything by me. I mean, look at this fucking chimp. Look at the eyes on my chimp, bro. This guy has been blowing lines of Adderall fucking 48 hours straight.
You can always hit up
get shit by me.
Bro, Chromorphs is a one-man team. Everything he's done is all by himself. You can't. It's tough doing all this shit by yourself. Anybody that is even in a project or is even a moderator in a Discord can attest to how much work goes into all of this. But he's doing it all by himself, bro. Shout out to him, dude. It's commendable.
And I just, for other people that are learning this stuff as they go, ownership of a contract can be sent from one person to another, just like a token or a NFT. So if we do track down Grayson, I would love to be reminded of this so that I can get him to at least, take care of that transaction so you have ownership, even if it's not getting you what you want in terms of accessing the metadata. Ownership is incredibly important, man. It's what we talk about at the base of
Can Yaku not help with that? Didn't he take it over, Yaku?
Grayson has deleted his Discord, and Chrono Gods and Chris can't get a hold of them. So everyone at Lootpad is kind of.
I'm calling them out all week this week. Anybody in Crofam that has jumped ship, you are not safe.
Told y'all to stay away from Lootpad.
You jump ship on me, you are going on the fucking wall.
Hey, Chromors, do you have any advice for the other?
Dark Crystal better come in here soon, or they're going on the fucking wall too, man.
Oh, speaking of Dark Crystal, DexCal is no longer a part of that team. and he hasn't been for a while. Him and I talked about it, and I don't want anybody like trying to hunt him down for Dark Crystal because he hasn't been on the team for a couple months now.
All right, he's cool then. Everybody else is suspect.
Right? Yeah, the team itself, and it's because he would offer up ideas and they would shoot him down, and it's just a big clusterfuck over there. But Morse, do you have any advice for other project leaders, such as like say Mafia or Lords of Crow or Chibis that are all minting on Lootpad?
Actually, I've been talking a lot to Indus guys about it since he is running Chronos Shipit, and talked with Reckless Overseer as well. And it's actually not a huge problem in terms of like I can read info from the contract, so I can read the balance off and stuff like that of Chromors. The only thing I can't do is write, and I can't. Well, I can write withdraw. That's it. Almost that's it. But for the others, it's more of an assessment of what do you need from the contract and what do you need from the collection. Do you need to have advanced functionality? Obviously, I do, but I don't think they need a lot, and it's not a huge problem. But I, for one, would like to have ownership. That's all. But it won't stop them from making that. It won't stop them from pushing the project forward.
I wouldn't mind adding to that. Like, I'm not minting on them, but like, if you're the founder of a project and you're using a dev team like that, whether they've rugged or not, like you absolutely have to have ownership of your contract. You absolutely need to have somebody else look at that contract and understand it. If you don't, then for any of these projects that are currently minting or doing whatever they're doing on Lootpad, my advice would be get off it as quickly as you can. Do what Chromorphs is doing, redeploy, do it early, because if you have to try and redeploy later down the line in your project, it's more of a hassle. People have more of your token. It's just more of a ball ache. So genuinely, I know people might not want to hear it. My advice would be get the fuck off that as quickly as you can. Get a new contract drawn up and get your shit migrated over to as quickly as you can. I mean, why anybody would stay on a platform that has completely rugged? You've got no idea what's in those contracts unless you're looking really closely at them. So
that's very good point, and I actually haven't thought about that. So thank you, because the contracts are not verified. I'm not able to read them. I'm only able to read like the read and write functions in the one-click app they have made for us. And yeah, that's very good advice. Actually, we never know if they have a backdoor or if they could like steal all our NFTs from all. We have no idea.
Exactly, and I know it's a shit situation to be in. I'm sure Legend will comment on it too. And I just know from like when we made even just like genuine mistakes in the early days, and having to redeploy and do that type of stuff, it's hard and it's painful and it's technically difficult. So if you can, it's kind of, we say it in software development all the time: kill the monster while it's small. So if you can fix it now before your project takes off, then do it.
That's very good advice. Very good advice. I will relay that info on to the other guys at NFT launch.
Kill the monster while it's small. Own your keys, own your crypto. That's all I got for y'all. Oh wait, that rhymed, dude. Bars. 3-minute warning. I'm trying to roll a spliff. Sorry.
Do you know what's interesting? Obviously, our community staking space will run. It starts at 4 p.m. my time, noon your guys' time, I think. So it's just right on the back of Alpha Space here. If you're interested in any of the 12 projects or any project you want to just come up and chill with us and then get involved, it's going to be interesting because my timings have been way off and I've just arrived in Aberdeen where I'm dropping the kid to school. So I'm going to see how well I'm going to multitask between running the space and kicking him out. But yeah, feel free to jump over there once I start it off.
You're doing a great job, troops. Everybody in here, all y'all. If you weren't crofam when you came here, you are now. I'm proud of all you. Showing up. That's all you got to do. Show up every day and be good to the people around you. Your reputation is everything in Web3. The way you conducted yourself this weekend, commendable. Citadel, what's up, buddy?
Hey, just wanted to say, as the contract owner of the Loaded Companions contract just pushed through, it was, I believe, Mikey and I think Sushi. So yeah, what the guys are talking about is super important because it's the reason I'm learning this stuff is so I don't have to call my dev team and be like, hey, can you guys push this stuff through for me? Push these couple addresses through. It's like, nah, dude, this stuff moves way too fast. I'm learning how to do this stuff. And yeah, just pushed you guys through. Feel free to go to the website, mint your crystal first, and then let it, kind of load up or whatever, and then you'll slide the bar to 1, and you'll be able to claim your companion. If you have any issues at all, just let me know.
That's what it's all about right there. I mean, we're all learning this together. I didn't know any of this stuff. But like, we trust each other. We trust each other's judgment. If we don't know something, we're not afraid to say we don't know it. There's a lot of dangerous spaces out there that people can fall victim to, where people talk like they know what they're talking about. And they really don't. They just don't. Nobody does. When it comes to the market, nobody does. And when it comes to the information, this is blockchain. Everything is public. So verify, verify, verify. Learn how to use Chronoscan. Learn how to use Etherscan. Learn how to be a blockchain detective. As soon as we say you're a blockchain detective in here, you are already 10 steps ahead of whoever the fuck is calling themselves an analyst in Mario's space. So just believe in yourself, and you can't go wrong. I mean, you can, but like...
Oh yeah, you can and you will, but it's okay. You'll learn and you'll recover, and that's
Big picture.
That's the best way. Yeah.
Life is long. People tell you life is short. Life is long, especially if you make bad decisions. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here, y'all. Drink that water, brush those teeth, own your keys, own your crypto. This is DeFi that is never gonna fucking change. Hopefully. Yeah, no, right? Sam was trying to fuck with us. He's out of here. DeFi is a movement. So if you haven't felt it, look around. There's a baseline that is never going to change. And that is own your keys, own your crypto. Write your fucking seed phrase down and put it someplace safe. Tweet out this room, retweet it, tell your friends about it. Make them listen to it. There's good stuff in all of these spaces that we do. And they're all here on Twitter and they're all on YouTube. Don't forget. Zeus, what's up?
Oh, we're going to keep going. We're not leaving yet. If you want to jump into the trooper space, we'll be here. This thing keeps going, right? Right, Alpha?
Yeah, we're not going anywhere. You can't stay in this space. Is it pinned up top?
Anybody want to play Call of Duty?
Oh, Jesus. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Citadel, what is this? This is what's pinned up top? My God, I'm trying to get people to fucking jump.
You guys are talking about having
this
Biden
is crazy.
on there. I did not. I wish I made that.
I did not.
I wish I made that, bro. I wish I made that.
I
write it down. Put it someplace safe, and then show somebody else how to do this shit, because it is not easy. Okay? Crofam for life. That is word. I'll be back at 420. We'll all be back at 420. And we'll see you in the other space. Peace.